Darren, the end of the year means end of the year projects for students and business people alike, and they want to make sure they have their printers running at full speed.
Yes, there's final papers, there's tax reports, there's tax returns, there's Christmas letters.
When your car runs out of gas, you don't buy a new one, you refill the gas tank. Same goes for your printer.
You can save a lot of money by refilling your cartridges. Come see us at Maple and Ridge or 21st and Rock, 681-1183.
Why pay more to print? Cartridge World.
Dan Lucero back with you from Hartman Arena. Crowd still filing in tonight for the third home match of the season for the Wichita B-52s. They take on the Tulsa Revolution tonight. Let's go ahead and bring you the team sheets. First for the visitors, Tulsa 0-5 on the season. Their head coach in his first year, obviously, on their bench, Michael Encian. Both goalkeepers are dressed tonight for Tulsa, Lewis Amos and Habib Zayla. It'll be Amos, the 23-year-old from Essex, England, who will get the start in net. He's 0-4 on the season with a 7.90 goals against average. The field players for Tulsa tonight, Josh Danza, Sheldon Barrett, Thomas Shannon, Michael Ponies, Levi Coleman, David Parente, Dave Leung, Abed El Kour, Frank Tayu, Sam Guernsey, Baba Ugba, and Gunnar Kelly. 12 field players for the Revolution who are currently being introduced out on the field here at Hartman Arena. The B-52s enter at 2-4, and their head coach is Larry Inlow in his first season on the Wichita bench. In goal for Wichita tonight, making his second start of the season, the 25-year-old Wichitan Jason Dewey. He picked up the win in his first start of the season in Illinois 2 Saturdays ago. He's 1-0 on the year with a 7.00 goals against average. The field players tonight for the B-52s, Alex Mosley, Chris Lemons, Natan Modesto, Abiel Cordovas, Michael Chang, Casey Barton, Brent Hobson, Tico Rodriguez, Brady Bryant, Kevin Jackson, Colin Lauder, Larry Martinez, and Matt Clare. Lemons, Barton, and Hobson all missed the previous game that the B-52s played in. Hobson played 2 Saturdays ago in Illinois and was hurt, missed the match against Chicago, and probably would not have played in the match against Dallas had it been played as scheduled last Saturday. But he returns to feature tonight, as do Lemons and Barton, a pair of veterans on that back line for the B-52s who were unable to travel on that road trip 2 weekends ago. The B-52s are just about to be introduced to the home crowd here, and to tell the truth, it's a bit of a sparse one tonight. But some folks are still filing in. Of course, there's a KU basketball game on television tonight. There was a Wichita State basketball game earlier today. That may have been where the entertainment dollar went for this weekend for a lot of folks. The big shocker victory over Tennessee at Intrust Bank Arena earlier this afternoon. Again, I mentioned the team sheet for Tulsa. They've been all introduced, and they're out on the field right now. They're wearing white on white tonight with blue trim, white socks. And their starting goalkeeper, Lewis Amos, in a yellow goalkeeper shirt. B-52s will go with their orange kits, orange on orange, or orange on blue with orange socks, rather. And we're just waiting on them to come forward and be introduced. And now they're starting to filter out of their locker room area, and the lights dim here at Hartman Arena. We'll take a 1-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have my pregame conversation with the head coach of the Wichita B-52s, Larry Inlow. You are listening to Wichita B-52s Soccer on its exclusive home, Sports Radio 1410 KGSO Wichita.
If you are looking for a new bank to build a relationship with, let me suggest Home Bank and Trust Company. Personal, friendly, convenient. That's 3 words that describe Home Bank and Trust. Home Bank has a location on the west side at Central and Maze Road. Also on the east side at 13th and Greenwich. And with an easy online banking program, the transition to Home Bank is a simple one. Home Bank and Trust for personal and corporate banking. Home Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Who are you going to call when the air conditioner won't cool? When the furnace won't heat? When the humidifier won't humidify? you call the doctor. Honestock, 943-HEAT. Since 1946, Wichita area homeowners have counted on one name for fast, affordable solutions to every kind of home comfort problem. Honestock. So call the name you trust. Honestock. Homegrown and family-owned for more than 60 years. Honestock and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Pre-game coverage of Wichita B-52s soccer continues on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO. I'm Dan Lucero, speaking with the head coach of the B-52s, Larry Inlow. And Larry, it feels like a long time since we've done one of these. A Mother Nature-inspired bye week for you last week. Was that maybe in the long run a benefit for your team? Maybe able to heal up a little bit from the nicks and the bruises that you get after a 2-game and 2-day stretch on the road the weekend before?
I definitely think it's an advantage. The guys have a whole lot of games to play in a short time, so any little breather that they can get, a little break, is going to help us out, get the guys on the field that we need to, and hopefully get them to as close to 100% as they can get as an individual. Now, we're going to have a little bit of a break with Christmas coming up, so maybe we can get everybody back out there.
Do you sense the guys are more confident, more excited after the way they played on the road? Yeah, they split, but they played a really good first half against Chicago until it felt like the legs kind of wore down on them a little bit. And, of course, getting the first road win against Illinois the night before that. How much more confidence, how much more excitement is evident in your team in training?
Every day it seems to be better. Every day somebody, I think, finds the little niche that they need to find in order for them to be successful in their position and ultimately help the team as a whole be successful. But every day seems to help people grow. So that's my goal, is to have everybody on the field every day making progress.
The Tulsa Revolution come in tonight. The first thing that jumps out on the team sheet, Jason Dewey's getting another look in goal. What did Jason do in his performance on the road against Illinois to earn this second chance?
He's a fantastic shot blocker. On top of that, he's lightning fast. Whether he has to get down and make a save and get back to his feet, it's just very, very reassuring for me and the guys to have him in net. So it'll be nice to give him his first home start in front of his friends and families. And so I'm excited for him to see what he can do and for him to come out and play well.
You've got a full component of defenders back as well. Chris Lemons, Casey Barton not on the road trip. They're back tonight. Brent Hobson was probably going to not play against Dallas. He had suffered an injury on that trip and missed the Chicago game. You get him back tonight. How important is it to have those three back in your team?
Very important, because then it can put people back in their natural spots where they're going to do us the best. It's not quite such a chess match where I have to take one player from one position to play in another. So it's nice to have everybody back where they belong, where they're comfortable, and most effective.
Tulsa in tonight, coming off of a game last night, a hard-fought 1-goal loss to Saltillo at home as they come in here, second game in 2 nights. You guys know what that's like. That can be rough. But that Tulsa team kind of in the same boat as you guys. They're a brand new franchise, still pumped for their first win. What do they have on their team sheet tonight that you're going to have to be looking out for?
They've got quite a few players. Posey is one that's extremely skillful. We definitely want to be mindful of him, not let him turn and face us and run at us, maybe get nice and tight before he can turn and face us. Frank Teyu up front is a big body who's strong and has lots of indoor experience. So we'll be paying attention to those two for sure. Whenever you play a team that hasn't won yet or is on a losing streak, you have to be very, very careful, because it's one of those things where you back a caged animal up in the corner. They're going to come out fighting every time. And that's what we're looking at. We're ready for them to come out and give us a big dog fight. And, we just got to match their effort and try to get up on them early.
Larry Inlow's the head coach of the Wichita B-52s. Larry, thanks for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
That's Larry Inlow. We'll have the kickoff from Hartman Arena when we come back. You're listening to Wichita B-52s Soccer on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Walker's Bar is having a preview opening this Saturday, December 14th, just in time for the Wichita State-Tennessee game. Walker's is your pre- and post-game headquarters. Doors open at 10 a.m. Saturday. Try a Woo Shot or a Wootini. Walker's Bar, northeast of Intrust Bank Arena on Commerce.
Damn Music Center, the best damn music center in the world.
Kevin Dam here from the best Dam Music Center in the world. Your one-stop shop for making music. Dam Music has the best deals for the musicians on your list. Acoustic guitars starting at just $119. Electric guitar packs with guitar, amp, and accessories just $199. Full-size complete drum sets with hardware cymbals and even sticks, only $399. Dam Music has the best private lesson program for kids and adults, plus a complete instrument repair shop. Visit our store in the Westlink Shopping Center at the southwest corner of Central and Tyler. Call us at 773-9060 or shop online at dammusic.com. That's DAMMmusic.com.
We've all heard the expression
back after this.
Standing still, and we all know it's just that, an expression. It doesn't happen. The memory of a quality timepiece from Scott Child's Old Time Clock Shop, that will instill in the receiver's mind an expression that's actually true. Forever remembered. Make a mark in the heart and mind of somebody special with a quality timepiece from Scott Child's Old Time Clock Shop. Scott Child's Old Time Clock Shop, 1946 West 13th Street, in the heart of Riverside, at 267-1925.
It's game time at Hartman Arena. The Wichita B-52s hosting the Tulsa Revolution, the first ever meeting between these two expansion franchises in the Professional Arena Soccer League. Dan Lucero back with you. The producer-engineer of tonight's broadcast is Daniel Flores. And before we get things off and running, let's take 10 seconds to identify ourselves. We are Wichita's original sports radio station.
A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the original Sports Radio 1410 KGSO Wichita.
Both teams getting some last-minute words of wisdom from their coaches. The captains meeting at midfield. That's Thomas Shannon for the visiting Revolution and Chris Lemons for the B-52s. Wichita 1-1 on the home pitch this season. Tulsa 0-3 as a visitor. That includes losses to Illinois and Chicago and Dallas. Wichita's, of course, also lost to Chicago and Dallas on the road, but they beat Illinois when they visited them 2 Saturdays ago. Larry Martinez, Brent Hobson, Matt Clare, Brady Bryant, Alex Mosley, the first 5 for the Wichita B-52s. And the goalkeeper is Jason Dewey, who, was he in the wrong net? Yeah, he was in the wrong net. He had gone to the wrong end of the field. That'll happen. For Tulsa tonight, I made one mistake in relaying tonight's lineup. Bryant Scrapper is in the lineup tonight, and he's out there. Scrapper with Frank Tayu, Abed El Khor is out there along with Thomas Shannon and David Parente. And their goaltender is Louis Amos. Tulsa will kick off. And we're just waiting for the officials to be ready to play before we can get it started here at Hartman Arena.
Put your hands together for number 3, Alex Mosley. Number 14, Brent Hobson. Number 20, Bryant.
Tulsa kicks it off. They go left to right. We are underway. And bringing the ball forward is David Parente. Some nice step-over moves and lost control of the ball at the 50-foot line. It was dispossessed by Alex Mosley. At midfield, Tulsa takes back over. They chip it in the offensive zone. It's headed towards goal. Big carom, and it's loose. And Frank Tayu bangs it in for the goal. But first, there was an illegal touch of the ball outside the crease made by Jason Dewey. He muffed it up off the boards and then reached out to touch it and touched it outside the crease. So that's going to be a free kick for Tulsa about 8 feet from the goal, just to the left of Dewey. And it's rolled on back for a shot. Mosley blocks it heroically. The rebound try is shot wide by Sam Guernsey, and a ball comes out to midfield on the rebound. A back pass all the way to Amos for Tulsa. He'll chip it back down the field looking for Tayu, but Brady Bryant will get there first. Win the race to the ball. He's got it pinned up against the far boards. He'll poke it on back for the keeper, Dewey. Making his first home start in front of his home crowd. There is no game clock right now. As Wichita tried to get possession, they turn it over. The long pass was headed aside by a Tulsa defender, and Tulsa will bring it forward. Tayu at midfield. Rolls it along for Parente. Wide right, a little 1-2 from Scrapper to Parente, but Parente couldn't get on the other end of it, and Dewey gobbled it up. Dewey will knock it forward to Matt Clare for Hobson, on back to Dewey. Dewey will touch it on to Casey Barton, who checks in. He sends it down the field for Bryant. Cross field to the right for Lemons. Lemons charging forward down the right wing. Deep into the corner for Michael Chang. Chang on back for Barton. Barton will center it up for Chang. Chang tried to nutmeg a defender and could not do it. He's played off the ball by Parente. Parente will bang it off the boards, and it's going to trickle all the way down the field. Lemons will shepherd it back to Dewey, and Dewey will quickly roll it for Lemons. Lemons will start ahead. Down the left wing for Chang, controlling it off the boards, trying to get around his defender, and we got a whistle, and they're going to call a foul here, I believe, on the defender, Thomas Shannon. And it is on Shannon, the first foul on either team. So Tulsa will get, or rather, Wichita will get a restart just outside the 50-foot line. Out on the left wing. Chris Lemons will take it. He'll back up, get a running start. Bangs it up off the boards out in front. Trying to control it was Modesto. He could not. It came to Lauder in the left corner. He tried to bank it around a defender, and it's cleared away and out of play. Wichita will get a restart along those left wing boards. We are just underway. The game clock is not working on the scoreboard. We can tell you that, rather, on the LED board. On the other side of the field, we can tell you that the board is working. There's 13-13 to play in this first quarter. Free kick from 25 feet out. Claire will roll it for Chang, and Chang drives it in for the goal! Michael Chang from the right corner blasts it home on the set play, assisted by Matt Claire, and Wichita is on the board first with 13-11 to play in the first quarter. Michael Chang with his 5th goal of the season, perfectly placed into the upper 90. And Matt Claire will get his team best 6th assist. A wonderfully executed set play. And Wichita is on the board first here tonight at Hartman Arena. Play resumes. Tulsa on possession. The defender, Danza, knocks it back to Amos. He'll pass forward looking for El Cour at midfield. He's being pressured by Tico Rodriguez, and El Cour will play it on back to the keeper. Amos dribbling out of his crease. He'll chip it down the field. There's nobody there but Alex Mosley, and Mosley will watch the ball one hop out of play along the wall. He tried to take the free kick quickly, and the referee whistled him to stop and then wagged his finger in his face. Kevin Jackson has the ball at the 50-foot line. Played it back for Claire. Now turning was Cordovas, but he couldn't get to the ball, and it's cleared away by Tulsa, and again, cleared out of play, and that's going to give Wichita a restart right at the top of the crease, about 25 feet away from goal, and this is where they converted last time. 12:40 to play, first quarter. Wichita on the board. They lead 1-0. Alex Mosley is lined up over the ball here. Mosley will slide it for Cordovas. Cordovas in front, he scores! Abiel Cordovas with the goal. 2 set plays, 2 goals. Wichita 2, Tulsa nothing. 12:38 to play in the first. Cordovas, the Cuban missile, with his 4th of the season, and Alex Mosley will tally the assist. For the B-52s right now, it's Viva Cuba. Chang and Cordovas with the early goals. And this is the first time that Wichita has scored the first 2 goals of a game in franchise history. Tulsa on the restart. They got to try and settle this game down a little bit. They'll bang it down the field looking for Levi Coleman. Ball skips away from him. Came out in front. Nice little back heel. And a shot palmed up high by Dewey. And he falls on the rebound off the boards. A golden opportunity for the defender, Thomas Shannon, but Dewey equal to the task. A super save. And now Wichita can break the other way. It's Matt Claire centering it up onto his left foot. He'll try a shot. He swung it wide. Rebound came out almost all the way back to him, but El Cour wins the race to the ball. It's deep in the right corner. Wichita trying to win the ball, and they will. Brent Hobson will squib it back towards Chris Lemons at midfield. Lemons turning away from pressure, settling on the ball at the center circle. Plays a 1-2 with Matt Claire. Now will sweep it wide right for Brady Bryant. Bryant down the field looking for Larry Martinez. He's played off the ball aggressively by Brian Beckford. And Beckford at pace moving forward. Banging it down into the right corner, looking for Coleman. But Lemons shielded Coleman off the ball. And Jason Dewey able to play it, gobble it up, and roll it back into play. Wichita got it to midfield. Then Chang able to wisely play it back out of pressure to Chris Lemons. 2-0 B-52s, 11.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Brady Bryant charging forward. Down the left wing boards for Michael Chang outside the 50-foot line. He'll play a diagonal ball into the right corner. Mosley will get there, turn and shoot with the left foot, and it's just wide. A diving Amos was beaten, but it was wide of net. Ball popped up in the air, and it's chipped down the field by Tulsa. It'll one-hop into the penalty box. Wichita will get a restart, and they'll change some personnel. Mosley will take it quickly on back for Dewey. Mosley playing it across the field. Down the right side comes Casey Barton. Barton for Chang, tried to play it off the boards to himself in the corner, but he'll get out hustled there by the defender Ugba. Now it's deep in the corner, and Modesto wins the race to the ball. It's loose out front. Ugba able to control it and poke it out of harm's way for the Revolution. Hustling on back and nicely backheeled back in the danger area. It's Chang with it. Chang beats the defender. He slides it down for Modesto, who centered it for Claire, but it was deflected away from Claire at the last minute. He had a gaping net, but the ball never came through to him. And now breaking down the field is Taiyu. Frank Taiyu high left with it. Trying to get around Barton and Chang and can't do it. But now the ball comes in the left corner for Shannon. Thomas Shannon with a shot, and it's stopped by Dewey, who's able to poke it away. Shannon clears it back to midfield to a teammate, Ugba. Dewey in his first start's been equal to the task so far. Taiyu, top of the crease, had the ball poked away from him. Running it back is Gunnar Kelly. He'll play it on back for Ugba beyond the midline. Now it's Sam Guernsey, diagonal ball to the right wing for Kelly. Gunnar Kelly for Taiyu, tried to play a 1-2. Taiyu got knocked to the ground. The ball came free. Matt Clare's got it at midfield. Good physical defense by Casey Barton. And Taiyu doesn't look like he's very pleased with the nature of the physicality that the officials are letting go here early on from the B-52s. 2-0 Wichita, 9:42 and counting to play here in the first quarter at Hartman Arena. Chang and Cordovas with the early goals. Ball at midfield. Lauder jockeying for position, accidentally chipped it up into the crowd. David Parente leaning over the boards to retrieve it. And he'll play it back in. Guernsey deep in the right corner, but there's nobody home but Chris Lemons, and Lemons will chip it to safety. Headed forward by Guernsey. Taiyu chests it down. Back on through to Guernsey. Guernsey having trouble controlling it. It's back for Taiyu. He can't get to it, and Eviel Cordovas has it. Cordovas bringing it down the field with pace. Cordovas down the left wing. Played off the ball by Ugba, but it rebounded right back to Cordovas in the left corner off the boards. Cordovas will run it back toward midfield and pass it back for Chris Lemons. Lemons forward to Colin Lauder. Lauder is played off the ball and dispossessed. And here comes Tulsa with a 2-on-2. This is Gunnar Kelly. Kelly slides it for Taiyu down the right wing. His shot crossed the crease and wide into the right corner. Kevin Jackson will get there first. Jackson dispossessed as he tried to pass it down the boards. Loose ball gathered in by Lemons. He'll chip it down the field. Chested by Cordovas. It'll one-hop into the penalty box on the near side. Guernsey will restart for Tulsa. And he'll play it on back beyond the midline for Josh Danza. Now Amos, the keeper, looking for somebody to distribute to. Finds Danza. Danza will knock it on back for Amos. Amos chips it diagonally down into the left corner. Taiyu tries to control it on his foot. He's against the boards. Tico Rodriguez marking him. It comes out to the 50-foot line for David Parente. He's dispossessed by Jackson, and here come the B-52s. It's Cordovas down the right wing boards. He'll slow it up as the defender caught up and poked it away from him. Tico Rodriguez controls the loose ball, plays it back for Lemons. Lemons backtracking against the pressure of Parente, pokes it forward for Larry Martinez. Larry Martinez trying to round a defender, and he did and got fouled. He got around Bryant Scrapper, and Scrapper took him to the ground. That's the second foul on the Revolution. 8:09 to go in the first, 2-0 B-52s. Enjoying the run of play so far. Bryant for Lemons, left side. On back for the keeper, Dewey. He'll knock it down with his right foot, slide it to his left for Bryant. Bryant back across for Dewey. Taiyu applying pressure. Dewey ahead for Brent Hobson. Hobson back for Dewey. Dewey left for Bryant. Taiyu really being aggressive, pressuring. Wichita not panicking. Bryant will take it on, try to chip it down the field. Parente blocked it. Parente trying to get around Bryant. That's a professional foul there by Bryant. He held up Parente as the ball skittered down the left wing boards. That could have been a 2-on-1 or maybe even a 2-on-0 for Tulsa if Bryant doesn't commit that foul. It's Wichita's first. Restart along the far wall. Parente will take it. Plays it for Taiyu. He takes it to the 50-foot line. Knocks it on back for Beckford. The left wing boards for Parente. Centered up for Michael Ponies. And Parente has it back. Parente played off the ball by Bryant. Taiyu tried to back heel in center. Couldn't do it. Stolen by Hobson. And the ball cleared to midfield by the B-52s. Back in the possession of the Revolution. Ponies to Taiyu. Left wing boards. Looking to center it up. Stolen by Chris Lemons. Lemons will turn it up the field. Wichita has a 3-on-2 if they want to run. It's down the left wing to Matt Clare, and he'll hold it up and wait for reinforcements. Clare around a defender. Got dispossessed. Ball popped up in the air, and it'll be played down the field. A really nice pass will catch Shannon in stride down the right wing. Shannon tried to bank it off the glass, and it skips up and out of play over the goal. Official timeout with 6:55 to play in the first quarter. Wichita with goals from Abiel Cordovas and Michael Chang leads Tulsa 2-0. You're listening to B-52 Soccer on KGSO. Back in 1 minute.
Big Fish Bail Bonds now at 305 West Central in Wichita provides immediate professional bail bond services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Big Fish Bail Bonds offers the best discounts and payment plans to fit every budget. And with GPS and house arrest monitoring plus alcohol monitoring and interlock installation, this makes Big Fish Bail Bonds a cut above all other bond companies. Call Big Fish Bail Bonds and give them the opportunity to earn your business. Call 316-262-4100. That's 262-4100.
Pizza lovers, listen up. Mezzo de Avivo, the matched meal lunch from Avivo Brick Oven Pizzeria, pairs any lunch-size gourmet pizza on our menu with a fresh salad and beverage, only $8.99. If you love pizza and you love salad, sample nearly 20 gourmet Mezzo pizzas, paired with one of 3 garden Mezzo salads. Lunch with Mezzo de Avivo, the pizza lovers' matched meal. Avivo Brick Oven Pizzeria, located in New Market Square. Menu at avivopizzeria.com. Avivo, alive with flavor.
Back to Hartman Arena, all Wichita early on. The B-52s enjoying what for them has been a rare early lead. Michael Chang scoring at 1:49 and Abiel Cordovas at 2:22. Both of those goals coming on set plays. And the B-52s lead the Tulsa Revolution 2-0 with 6:55 to play in the opening quarter. Jason Dewey will have the ball to restart. He'll come forward and fire it down the field with the right hand. Natan Modesto knocks it back for Michael Chang. Chang will bank it off the boards for Casey Barton at his own 50-foot line. Ahead for Colin Lauder. On back on one touch for Alex Mosley. Mosley back for Dewey. Dewey slides it ahead for Lauder. Lauder touches it to his left. Reverses field with a nice pass to the right wing for Barton. Now Modesto coming out to receive a pass. Modesto centered. There was nobody home, and it's stolen by Tulsa. Down the field comes Levi Coleman. Levi Coleman splitting 2 defenders. Into the corner, and Alex Mosley beat him to the ball, and here comes a whistle, and there's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Tulsa. Coleman shoving Mosley into the glass. Coleman, a big kid, 6', 200. Mosley and Lauder, not big kids. But Coleman got out-muscled there. 2 was greater than 1 in that case. And in frustration, Coleman committed a foul. That's Tulsa's 3rd. Dewey chipping it down the field. There's nobody there for the B-52s. Ricocheted out front. Amos chipped it to midfield. Headed down by Mosley. It ricocheted to Thomas Shannon for Tulsa. Ugba forward to Elcour. Nice turn for Elcour, but Mosley will beat him to the loose ball along the right wing boards. Mosley a nice little step over to create some space. Finds Clare. Clare diagonal ball. Almost hit Chang in stride. It was handballed by Brian Beckford. That was almost an inch perfect pass from Matt Clare, but Beckford got a hand in, and Wichita's going to get another restart from a dangerous area. This will be just inside the 50-foot line, just outside what MISL fans will remember as the old three-point arc. About 40 to 45 feet out. Chris Lemon stands over the ball. 2-man wall for the Revolution. Lemons will slide it into the right corner. Cordovas turns and shoots and hits it to the moon. Well out of play, and it will be Tulsa ball. 5:45 to play, quarter number 1 from Hartman Arena. Wichita 2, Tulsa nothing. Waiting for the ball to be returned to play. It was really hit a long way up into the seats. Tulsa will take it in the corner. Sam Guernsey will slide it on back for his keeper, Amos. Ahead for Parente. Parente being marked by Clare. Slides across the field to Levi Coleman. Little 1-2, but nobody on the other end, and Dewey will knock it down along the right wing boards, and he'll bang it down the field and clear it to safety. Amos will touch it down for Shannon on the right side. Chip down the field. First one to it, Tico Rodriguez. Rodriguez a step over. He'll pass back to Dewey. Dewey against the wall, rolls it up along the boards to Rodriguez down the left side. He tried to pass to midfield. That got stolen away. As Parente with a drive, Dewey with a save. It deflects off the boards in the left corner. Headed back towards the center, and a nervy pass by Casey Barton for Matt Clare. And Clare able to send it out to midfield. Cordovas on the other side of the pass. He's dispossessed by Thomas Shannon. Shannon dispossessed by Clare, knocked down. And now Wichita can come the other way. It's Matt Clare down the left wing. He'll center for Cordovas. Cordovas took too heavy a touch. Couldn't get the shot away. Amos knocked it down. Now Clare's got it. Clare chip it just wide of the net. Loose ball. And Tico Rodriguez has it. Into the corner for Kevin Jackson. On back to center, but there's nobody home at the 50-foot line. And Tulsa takes possession. Two good chances there for Wichita. The touch just a bit too heavy there from Cordovas. Otherwise, he might have had his second. Back heel tried to play by Parente for Coleman, but it did not come through, and Wichita able to get the ball back. Lemons chips it down to midfield. Brent Hobson on the other end of it. Hobson will turn it up the field down the left wing boards. Gets around a defender onto his right foot. Slides it wide right for Cordovas. Cordovas cuts inside on his left. Cordovas around a double team. Cordovas on his left foot. Sweeps it just wide to the left of the net. Bryant on the redirect. His volley was deflected, and it settles down for Taiyu just outside the 50-foot line. He'll pass it on back for Parente. Wichita pressing, but Tulsa will clear it. Chip downfield looking for Taiyu in the right corner. It'll ricochet off the boards. Taiyu first one to it. Clare on him. Taiyu centers. Nobody home. In the left corner, first one to it is Michael Ponies. Ponies standing on the ball. Double team. Steers it out beyond the 50-foot line. It's quickly touched back to Taiyu for Ponies, and his shot is just wide. He took a hard fall. Ball is chipped to center by Alex Mosley. And Mosley splitting two defenders. Mosley going it alone, trying to head it down and cannot. And Ponies outmuscles him for position on the loose ball and plays it back for his keeper. Under 3.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. A quick start for Wichita has stood up so far. They lead 2-0 on goals from Michael Chang and Aviel Cordovas. Played to midfield by Amos, poked away by Mosley, settled down by Ponies. Ponies near the Wichita bench on the far side, rolls it back for Amos in his crease. Amos dribbling forward, settles it down at the 50-foot line, bangs it down the field, headed up in the air by Taiyu, chested down by Brent Hobson for Wichita. Hobson will bring it forward. 3-on-2 developing here for Wichita. It's Hobson down the middle. Hobson onto his left foot. He'll try a shot. That's deflected and pops up in the air. Settled down by the defender and chipped down the field by Beckford. And actually chipped into the press box by Beckford. And Wichita will get a restart in a dangerous area. At the top of the crease, 25 feet out. Brady Bryant, Chris Lemons over the ball. It's going to be Lemons to take it. Lemons for Clare. Clare shot and score! Matt Clare, the leading scorer for the B-52s, finds the back of the net again. It's more set play magic for the B-52s as Clare has his 10th of the season. Wichita leads 3-0 with 2:44 to play in the first. The assist to Chris Lemons. It was rolled wide to Lemons' left, and Clare with the low drive. And that ball had eyes through a thicket of legs and into the back of the Wichita nets. Matt Clare, the first B-52 in a double-figure goals for the season. And Lemons has his second assist of the year. 3-0 B-52s, 2:44 to play in the first. Tulsa has it on the restart. Gunnar Kelly down the left wing boards for Parente, who centers it up. Parente plays it around Chang onto his right foot. He'll try a long shot. Martinez there to knock it down. Larry Martinez with the block out at the 50-foot line. And now a loose ball. It's going to be a race between Clare and Amos. And Clare has it. He's rounded the keeper. He rounds the defender. He scores! Oh, Matt Clare with a spectacular goal! And it's 4-0 Wichita! He's standing atop the dasher, doing the Dougie. Matt Clare, the world is your oyster, young man. He has two in a matter of seconds. The ball came loose down the left wing boards. Amos came out for it. Clare beat him to the ball. The ball curled around the left wing boards. A defender for Tulsa got back. And that's when Clare really put the flair on. He put a spinorama on the defender, got around him, tapped it in for the goal, his 11th of the season, and Wichita leads 4-0, and this home crowd at Hartman Arena is loving it. That's one for the year-end highlight reel. Headed away on a chip down the field by Casey Barton. And now we got a whistle, and a foul will be called just outside the 50-foot line. Mosley fouling Michael Ponies. That's foul number 2 on Wichita. Free kick will be taken by Thomas Shannon. Shannon will roll it out beyond the 50-foot line. Shot was blocked by Kevin Jackson. That was Josh Danza who tried the blast. Jackson got in front of him, blocked it with his backside. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Ball chipped down the field. It got away from Coleman, and Dewey able to glove it in his crease. Alex Mosley chips the ball down the field. In the right corner, Larry Martinez has it. He got shoved down. There's the whistle. That's a foul on Thomas Shannon. That's 5 on Tulsa, who look completely lifeless here tonight. Of course, it's difficult to play on back-to-back nights in this league. The B-52s know that firsthand. But Tulsa just doesn't look like they have any energy. Colin Water takes the free kick. He put it on net, and it's just high, ricocheting off the glass. Comes on back to midfield. Tico Rodriguez will play it for the B-52s. Minute 30 to go in the first quarter. Dewey on the ball outside his own 50-foot line. Plays it forward for Natan Modesto. Modesto swinging it wide right. Pass stolen away by Levi Coleman. Loose ball. And now it came to Modesto. He tried to swing a foot through it, but Coleman blocked it. And Tulsa will settle down possession. Amos knocks it wide to his right in the corner for Danza. Now Amos gets it back. Dribbling it forward. Looking down the field. And he'll chip it down to the left wing boards for Michael Ponies. Ponies trying to spin around Rodriguez. Couldn't beat him. Ponies back on the ball. Here comes a double team. Ball skitters out to midfield. Brent Hobson on it for Wichita. Hobson will turn and start it up the field. Dribbling on his left foot. Swings it wide left for Matt Clare. Clare looking to take his defender one-on-one. Cuts inside. Try to cut it back across to his left. Couldn't do it. Loose ball poked to midfield. Coleman tried to get around Rodriguez, and they're going to call Rodriguez for a foul here. Didn't look to be much in that. But they will call the foul on Rodriguez. That's team foul number 3 on Wichita. And Tulsa will call a timeout here with 36 seconds to play in the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. 4-0 Wichita. You're listening to B-52 Soccer on KGSO.
Building a new barn, storage building, or implement shed? Then call B&B Lumber. B&B Lumber sells Grand Rib 3 metal siding. This high-quality metal siding is durable, maintains superior color retention, even in the toughest summer heat, and comes in 16 different colors, giving you beauty that lasts for years. B&B will design and order all your building needs, so give them a call. B&B Lumber, K42 in MacArthur in Wichita, and 225 South Meridian in Newton.
First time the Wichita B-52s have played at home for almost a month, and it is home sweet home so far tonight. Michael Chang, Abiel Cordovas with goals. Matt Clare with a brace already, scoring 2 goals within 26 seconds of each other. And Wichita leads Tulsa 4-0 with 36 seconds to play in quarter number 1. The head coach for Tulsa, Michael Ncien, taking a timeout. Looks like it's his assistant coach, Christian Porto, doing most of the shouting in the team huddle just now. Tulsa has a restart coming right on the midline. Just a couple of feet in front of the penalty box along the near right wing boards. We're preparing to return to action. Thomas Shannon will take the restart kick for Tulsa. He'll chip it down into the corner. Brady Bryant heads it away from Frank Taiu. David Parente chases it down at midfield. Back for the keeper, Amos. Amos hoofs it down the field, looking for Taiu. He heads it across, looking for Ponies, but Lemons will get there first. Lemons clearly handled it, but there's no whistle. Lemons able to clear it to midfield. The refs both missed it. I saw it clear as day in the corner nearest me, and he didn't mean to handle it, but he very obviously did. 5 seconds to play in the quarter. Again, hoof down the field. Amos right into the arms of Jason Dewey, and there's the horn. The end of the first period, and the Wichita B-52s have not played a better 15 minutes all season. than that one that just concluded. They lead the Tulsa Revolution 4-0 after 1 here tonight at Hartman Arena. We're back in 2 minutes with the second quarter. You're listening to B-52 Soccer on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Wake up with Alex and Dan on the game plan from 6 to 9 a.m. My friend, you can win a bag of a Vivo coffee and a Sports Radio coffee mug. When you hear the alarm clock and the coffee brewing, be the first caller, and you win from a Vivo Brick Oven Pizzeria and Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Nothing makes us cowboys hungrier than the sound of beef sizzling on a grill. And that's the sound you can hear every evening at Boot Hill Casino and Resort, because our famous prime rib got bigger and better. Dig into a 16-ounce prime rib for only $9.99. Now served every evening after 5 p.m. That's right, every evening after 5 p.m., 7 days a week. You can get a full pound of prime rib for only $9.99. Count on Fireside's restaurant at Boot Hill Casino and Resort to give you the biggest and best prime rib you're likely to find anywhere in the Wild West. Enjoy an everyday special at Fireside's that's always delicious. Our 16-ounce prime rib for $9.99 every evening after 5 p.m. at Boot Hill Casino and Resort. Yeehaw!
All games owned and operated by the Kansas Lottery. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Must be 21 to enter. Motion's not valid to persons banned from the casino or persons in the Kansas Voluntary Exclusion Program.
Walker's Bar is having a preview opening this Saturday, December 14th, just in time for the Wichita State-Tennessee game. Walker's is your pre- and post-game headquarters. Doors open at 10 a.m. Saturday. Try a Woo Shot or a Woo Teeny. Walker's Bar, northeast of Intrust Bank Arena on Commerce.
Best Friends Pet Clinic, the friendly wellness center for your feline or canine companion. Dr. Vernon White has over 40 years of experience treating dogs and cats, including spaying and neutering and dental care. Best Friends Pet Clinic is open for walk-ins Monday from 3 to 8 and Friday from 8 to 12 for your convenience. And they're open 8 to 5 Tuesday through Thursday as well. Your best friends deserve the best care with a personal, friendly touch. Best Friends Pet Clinic at the Westlink Village shops at 9424 West Central. Call Dr. White today at 729-4226.
Back to Hartman Arena. Dan Lucero with you, and a flying start, no pun intended, for the Wichita B-52s tonight. They got 2 goals inside the first 2.5 minutes. Matt Clare adding a couple more late in the period, his 10th and 11th of the season. And it's Wichita 4, Tulsa nothing as we get ready for the second quarter of action. Wichita will switch ends with Tulsa. The B-52s will go left to right, shooting into the Douglas Street Hooligan end, section 108, here in the second quarter. Larry Martinez, Kevin Jackson, Colin Lauder, Alex Mosley, Brady Bryant, the 5 for Wichita. Parente, Ponies, Teyu, Shannon, Guernsey, the 5 for the Revolution. Wichita with the kickoff, and it's on back for Jason Dewey. The second quarter is underway. Chip down the field by Dewey. Ricochet kindly headed down by Martinez in the left corner. Martinez back for Colin Lauder. Lauder speeding down the left wing into the corner. Nice little step over to get back off of the defender. Now it's Larry Martinez sliding it wide right for Alex Mosley. And Mosley will play it back for the keeper, Dewey. I don't think Dewey was expecting the back pass, but he's equal to it. And he will slide it wide to his left for Brady Bryant. One touch back to Dewey. Dewey chips it down the field. It'll be Shannon who gets there first, and a 3-line pass is called on the keeper, Dewey. That's going to send the restart all the way back down into Wichita's defensive end. Free kick will be taken at the top of the 50-foot line. Parente standing over the ball. Whistle blows. Parente will try the shot. It's stopped by Dewey spectacularly. A diving stop to his right. But Parente ruled to have taken too long over the ball on the restart. You have 5 seconds to take it, and a 5-second violation was called. So that's the best save of the night for Jason Dewey, and it doesn't even count. And you see what Larry Inlow sees in Jason Dewey, a really excellent shot stopper. Chip down the field by Dewey. Modesto turns onto the ball. Knocks it back for Matt Clare. Clare at the 50-foot line. Turns inside onto his left foot. Ponies denies him. Clare has to maneuver it on back, and he'll pass it for Dewey outside his 50-foot line. Mosley touches it back for Dewey. Tulsa really pressing now. A dummy by Hobson, but it got away from him and banged down the field by Shannon, but right at Jason Dewey. He'll leave it for Mosley. Mosley chips it down the field. Modesto's on it. His defender fell down. Modesto turns in, pokes it wide right. The shot by Hobson is blocked by Sam Guernsey. Brett Hobson took a little too much time settling that ball down, and now Mosley beat two defenders but stepped over the ball. Now he's able to take it back from Teyu. Alex Mosley will try a shot. That bangs off the boards wide. It comes all the way out to the left wing side. And Ponies rips down Matt Clare. A foul will be called. That's 6 on Tulsa. And Wichita about to go on the power play. It'll be our first power play of the night for either team. And it'll be Teyu who jogs towards the box. He'll sit out the 2-minute advantage. Power play unit for Wichita: Clare, Lauder, Lemons, Mosley, and Chang. Chang proved deadly on the power play on that road trip 2 weekends ago. Had 3 power play goals. Mosley on the right wing boards, out to Lemons. Lemons steps inside the 50-foot line. On back for Lauder left side. In the corner for Clare. Back to Lauder on one touch. Ball moving around the horn. It's Mosley deep in the right corner. Mosley rolls it back for Lemons, who charges and shoots. It's blocked down. It comes back to Mosley. Mosley back across for Lauder. Lauder a drive. Saved by Amos. He punches it to safety. Leaping to head it is Mosley, and he's able to control it back to Lemons. Lemons tries a shot. It hit Chang in front, and it's cleared by Guernsey and hit really well towards the net. It's going to one-hop over Dewey's net. Jason Dewey well off his line. Guernsey trying to catch him out and gave it quite a go. It was on target, but over the net. Rolled forward by Dewey for Lemons. And here come the B-52s. Again, the big scoreboard's not working tonight, so I have no idea how much time is left on the power play. Lauder with it. High on the right. Centers for Chang. Back to Clare left wing. Clare back across for Lemons. High on the right. In the corner, Mosley. Mosley for Chang. Chang a step over into his left foot. Tried a shot as he was falling down and couldn't do it. And again, Guernsey will send it down the field. It'll one-hop over the boards. Chang just unable to keep his balance on the turn. Michael Ponies allowed a little bit of leeway to get handsy with him. 12 and a half minutes to play here in the second quarter. Wichita 4, Tulsa nothing. B-52s on the power play. But time running short. Clare in the left corner. Out for Lauder. Across for Lemons. And Lemons dispossessed. It was deflected by Brian Beckford, but it came out to midfield. Nobody home but Dewey. Now it's Mosley in the right corner. Mosley out to Lemons. 30 seconds left on the power play. Clare on the left wing. Clare on a hat trick, plays it back for Lemons. Back for Clare, who gets the right boot into it and skies it into row 10.
Don't forget the exclusive equipment supplier for Wichita B-52s, the Pro Soccer Store. You can get everything you need today.
Tulsa will get a chance to restart. Amos will carry it forward, and he'll just heave it down the field as far as he can. Dewey will touch it forward. Wichita with one last bite at the apple here on this power play. Lemons charging forward. In the corner for Mosley. Center, deflected away, came back to Lemons. His shot was squibbed, deflected into the left corner. Clare settles it down, back across for Lemons. Lemons will try another shot. That one hit a man in front. Headed forward by Lauder. Clare tries a scissor volley. That's deflected out to midfield, and Teyu rejoins the play and settles it down for Tulsa. The power play comes to an end. Beckford streaming down the left wing boards for Tulsa. It's Beckford. Beckford centering it. It's behind Teyu and wide into the right corner. Wichita trying to turn it the other way. Clare played off the ball by Teyu. Teyu got it onto his left foot. His shot blocked by Chris Lemons out to midfield. Shannon forward for Teyu, top of the crease. Teyu turns onto his left foot. His shot is squibbed and deflected. Dewey tried to get it, was poked away from him. Cleared out to safety. There's a Tulsa player injured, and now Clare is knocked down at midfield by Parente, and they'll call the foul on Parente. That's going to be the first on Tulsa. 7th total, but first since the recount. And now the player behind the play who's injured for Tulsa is being checked on by Chris Lemons and Jason Dewey. That's Thomas Shannon, the Tulsa captain. And medical personnel will come out to have a look at Shannon. He may have landed wrong. He went for that ball that was squibbed in front by Taiyu and was the one who knocked it away from Dewey, but he also tripped over Dewey and landed hard in the process. Stops the clock with 10:56 to go in the second quarter. Wichita's 4-goal first holding up to this point. The B-52s with a 4-0 lead. Michael Chang, Eviel Cordovas with goals. Matt Clare with a brace. Clare, Mosley, and Lemons have tallied assists tonight. It looks like they're looking at Shannon's left leg. He is in a seated position just to the right of his team's goal. Frank Taiyu is down there as well, and he and the trainer will help Shannon to his feet. He's hunched over, hands on his knees, but he looks like he's going to be all right. The 23-year-old defender, Thomas Shannon from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Only 5 of the Tulsa players do not list Oklahoma as their hometown. They have several players who were born internationally or of international descent who have come to reside in Tulsa. Abed El-Khor, Bryant Scrapper, Ryan Beckford, to name a couple. Wichita will get the restart as Shannon makes it to the bench himself. Matt Clare will run over the ball, and Chris Lemons will fake it and roll it on back for Dewey. Dewey ahead for Kevin Jackson. He'll touch it off the boards left side for Lemons, and Lemons sprinting down the field. It's Chris Lemons on the left wing, trying to get around a defender and does. Knocks it on back for Casey Barton, who tries a blast. That's wide off the glass in the left corner. Jackson first to it. It's Kevin Jackson. Jackson swoops in. His shot is blocked by Amos. Larry Martinez nods down the rebound for Lemons, who passes back for Jason Dewey. Jackson just couldn't lift that ball up above the keeper. Took maybe one too many touches. It's deep in the right corner now for Larry Martinez. He's trying to cut inside, facing away from goal. He'll roll it back for Matt Clare instead. And he'll play a back pass for Dewey at midfield. Dewey coming way out of his crease. Now Alex Mosley on back for Barton. Barton across the field for Kevin Jackson. Jackson pressured off the ball. Has it back now from Barton. Double teamed along the far boards. Plays it into his own zone. And Jason Dewey will dribble it forward. Chip down the field looking for Martinez. It got over the defender. Martinez is on it, but he could not control it. It took a funny bounce, and actually Martinez inadvertently handled the ball. So that is a foul on Wichita, their 5th. Next one gives Tulsa a power play, and Tulsa will have the restart. Sam Guernsey hoofs it down the field into the right corner in the offensive zone. Tico Rodriguez first to it. Levi Coleman on his back. Coleman able to muscle him off the ball and poke it in the back of the net for a goal. Levi Coleman scoring for Tulsa to get them on the board with 9:41 to play in the second quarter and cut the Wichita lead to 4-1. Coleman unassisted. That's his 4th goal of the season. And he was just too strong for Tico Rodriguez, and a nice bit of footwork with the outside of his boot, poking it over Jason Dewey, who wasn't quick enough to get to the corner.
Wichita 4, Tulsa just 1.
Tulsa on the kickoff, and Matt Clare tried to play it down the field, but David Parente blocked it on back towards the net, and Dewey had to play it. Dewey looking for somebody to get down the field. He'll chip it to midfield for Natan Modesto. He knocked it down for Hobson, who overran it. And here comes El-Khor for Tulsa. Wide left, deep down and unmarked. The shot is saved by Dewey. Levi Coleman had all the time in the world, all the space in the world, but could not beat Jason Dewey that time. Wichita ball the other way. Again, they go left to right as you listen here in the second quarter. Dewey chips it down the field. Michael Chang first to it. Knocks it down, looking for Modesto, but it was intercepted by Michael Ponies. Ponies plays it around Brady Bryant down the left side. Now double team, knocks it on backwards for Shannon, who has returned after he took a knock. El-Khor turns down the right wing boards. Lauder's going to beat him to the loose ball, and El-Khor hauls him down. That'll be a foul. Second on Tulsa. Wichita will get a restart deep in their own zone. It's chipped down the field by Chris Lemons. Knocked down by Modesto. Back for Lauder at midfield. Chang will play it back to midfield. Brady Bryant had to settle it down. That pass had some hair on it. Knocks it down for Lemons. Lemons ahead. Modesto couldn't get there. It was Beckford beating him to the ball. And now Beckford trying to roll it along the left wing boards. Brady Bryant stood in and knocked the ball down. Bryant and Beckford collided in a heap, but no foul forthcoming. That was incidental contact. Dewey chipping it forward, and he chipped it right to a Tulsa player who shot it wide from 50 feet out. Rebound to Coleman, who banks it off to center, and it's driven wide by Parente, headed by Lemons in the left corner. Chipped overhead by Shannon into the right corner. Michael Chang will get there first. He turns and chips it around a player. It's off of Chang's shoulder out to midfield. They're going to call a handball there on Chang. Are they? Or are they going to say it went out of play? Oh, well, I don't know what they called. I guess they say it went out of play off of a Tulsa player. Oh, they called a foul on Tulsa. Obstruction on Chang, I see. So that was Tulsa's third foul. And before the restart, we've got a timeout on the pitch. 7:49 to play in the first half. Wichita 4, Tulsa 1. You're listening to B-52 Soccer on KGSO. Back in 1 minute.
At American Ag Credit, we're all about agriculture, plain and simple. Since 1916, we've been providing financial services customized to your ever-changing needs. 95 years later, we're still here with personal customer service, programs tailored to agriculture, and with the power of the Farm Credit System backing us and you all the way. Because when you succeed, we all succeed. For this generation and generations to come. See what we can do for you. Just call 1-800-466-1146 or visit us online at agloan.com. American Ag Credit. Money for agriculture.
For family activities that are a blast, nothing beats radio control action. Bring in the family and check out the latest RC models from top brands. We've got cars, boats, planes, helis, and more for beginners and experts. You can't beat scorching the track, making waves, or tearing up the skies with cool RC models. It's a great way to bring the family together and start a hobby that will last a lifetime. Stop in today.
The Hangar at 449 Northwest Street. Put some RC under your tree.
Back to Hartman Arena, Wichita 4, Tulsa 1. The visiting Revolution have the lone goal in this second quarter. Wichita scoring 4 times in the first and enjoying the lead, but have had trouble generating offense here in the second quarter. 7:49 to play in the first half. Wichita with a restart out of the timeout. Jason Dewey clutching the ball, walking forward in his crease, and he'll huck it down the field. Played first by Gunnar Kelly. He nearly lost it to Cordovas, but was able to poke it forward. And it's Parente on the ball for Tulsa. Wide left for Shannon, ahead for Taiyu, who turns, slides it down the right wing boards. Kelly had it, but Kevin Jackson got there to knock it away from him. And now the ball's chipped out of play along the right wing boards for Tulsa. They quickly take the restart. Shannon, back for Parente, whose shot is blocked by a hustling Matt Clare. Chested down by Chris Lemon. Shannon first to it. Shannon banks it up off the boards. Taiyu flew in, tried to put it on net, couldn't do it. Now it's loose in front. Taiyu banged it wide. Parente on the rebound, chips it up in the air awkwardly, and it's headed into the crowd. It'll be a restart for Tulsa. Tulsa swarming, looking for a second. And in fact, they're going to get a restart at the top of the crease here.
Help him out on defense, B-52 fans. Let him hear ya.
Parente and Shannon conversing over the ball. It'll be Shannon who takes it. And he had it deflected. It came back to Parente. Shot palmed down by Dewey. Header on the rebound. Dewey catches for the save. He denied Gunnar Kelly's rebound header. Jason Dewey's been great tonight so far. Cordovas at midfield. Turning onto his right foot down the right wing boards. Now cutting back inside. Back for Lauder. He'll play it backwards for Chris Lemons. Down the field for Brent Hobson. Hobson across the field to the left wing boards for Cordovas. Got around his defender. Deep into the corner now is AVL. AVL tried to center it off the boards to Lauder. Couldn't do it. It got deflected away and comes to midfield. Taiyu first to it along the benches. He'll sprint down the right wing, jockeying for position with Barton. Taiyu's shot partially blocked by Barton. Ricochets into the crease, and Dewey handles it cleanly. 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. 4-1 B-52s. Lauder for Hobson along the right side. Hobson cuts inside, centers up for Cordovas. Cordovas a step over onto his left foot. He'll try a shot. That's blocked. Into the right corner. Comes to Lauder. Lauder's shot blocked by Shannon. All the way out to midfield where Rodriguez settles it down for Mosley. Alex Mosley chips it back down the field. Into the right corner looking for Hobson. He's got him. Hobson facing away from goal. Being Pressured by Guernsey. Try to roll it back for Rodriguez, and Rodriguez wins the ball. Now it's Lauder. Lauder at midfield will settle it down. Rolls it back on for Dewey, and Lauder will come off the field. Matt Clare in to replace him. Mosley down the field. In front of the net. Cordovas standing on the ball. Cordovas turns onto his left foot. Turns inside. He's open. Shot is stopped by Amos. Rebound centered in front. Amos palms it away before it can come through to a wide open Mosley. And it's cleared down the field by Tulsa. Cordovas only had eyes for the goal. If he had tried a centering pass, it still may have been blocked, but Mosley was unmarked and had the wide open net in front of him. Shang played off the ball by Ponies. Ponies settles it for Guernsey, and now it's Shannon with the ball in his boot. He'll chip it down the field. Chested down by Levi Coleman in the right corner. Coleman's shot ricochets up over the boards. Rebound comes out to Parente, high on the left wing. He'll cut inside. Parente, a low drive. That hit Mosley in the knee and came out to Cordovas near midfield. Back for Mosley. He couldn't clear it. Guernsey took a shot that got deflected, and it's caught by Dewey.
Don't forget B-52 fans for over 20 years.
Ball is along the left wing boards. Trying to clear it was Chang. He couldn't do it. Dewey came forward bravely to play it. Clare settles it at midfield for Cordovas. Cordovas, diagonal ball. Cleared out of there by a hustling Coleman. Cordovas got back to it. Now it's Clare, high right. Matt Clare around a defender. Matt Clare around a second defender. Cordovas has it up top. He'll chip it for Clare. Clare in the left corner. His shot is just wide across the net. Rebound run down on the left wing by Cordovas. Chipped up off a Tulsa player and out of play. And also they're going to say it was not off the Tulsa player. It'll be Tulsa who gets the restart. 4:23 to play in the first half. Wichita 4, Tulsa 1 from Hartman Arena. Ugba up ahead, pass stolen by Mosley. Mosley tried to sweep it wide left for Chang. It got deflected by Baba Ugba. And now it's Brian Beckford down the right wing boards. He'll center it up for Ugba. Ugba's shot saved by Dewey. He stayed big in the center of the net. Ugba didn't get enough on the shot, and Dewey makes another big-time stop. Tulsa with the ball back in midfield. It's Ponies on his right foot. Taking it wide right, knocks it forward for Coleman, and Coleman will pass it on back to midfield for Beckford. Now Ugba at midfield with it. Stepped on the ball awkwardly, but he's all right. Sends it down the left wing boards looking for Parente. Ball got away from him. Nice job by Brady Bryant. That was El Cour, actually, who couldn't get to the ball. And now up ahead is Michael Chang for Wichita. Chang will leave it for Chris Lemons. Lemons slides it down the right wing boards. Good diagonal through ball to Matt Clare. Or rather, that's Brady Bryant, I'm sorry. Wide left. Lauder wanted to come off the field, but the pass was for him. He had to wait, stop, gather the ball, pass it back to the keeper Dewey, and then come off the field. Wichita makes a change. 3:15 and counting to play first half. Brent Hobson trying to chip it down the field. It banged off of Parente and almost got beyond Dewey. It hit up off the boards wide of Dewey's net, and he's able to catch it on the redirect. Chip down the field by Lemons. Over the head of Kevin Jackson. Lewis Amos will play it in his corner. Pass comes across the field for Ugba. Ugba sends it down the field. Lemons gets to it first. Chips it wide left for Clare. Clare with some space. Attacking. Onto his left foot. Tries a shot. He scores! Hat trick, Matt Clare! They are sick at the sight of Matt Clare. He's got 3 tonight. 5-1 Wichita with 2:45 to go in the first half. That is Clare's second hat trick of the year, his second in 3 games. And he's up to 12 goals on the season. Chris Lemons will get the assist. He's got 2 of those on the night. And the B-52s restore their 4-goal margin, 5-1 with 2:45 to play here in the first half. Parente off the kickoff for Tulsa. On back for Danza. And he'll leave it for Amos. The keeper dribbling it forward, chips it down the field. Chested forward by a leaping Brent Hobson. Headed by Shannon down the boards. It got over Danza's head. Lauder played it away from the defender. It came out to Ponies along the right wing boards. Ponies tried to center it up. He got knocked down, and there's a whistle, and there's a foul. Ponies acting as though he was shot, and that's going to be a 6th foul on Wichita. Tulsa will get a power play here with 2:20 to go in the first half. Colin Lauder will serve the penalty.
2:20 remaining in the second period. 2-minute penalty on Wichita. For 6 fouls, serving the penalty, number 82, Colin Lauder.
And the free kick taken by Shannon to restart. 5-on-4 for Tulsa. Ponies with a shot. Palmed up high by Dewey, leaping. Comes out to Parente. Parente onto his right foot. Out to midfield for Shannon. Shannon, right wing. Ponies down in the corner. He centers it up. Chipped up in the air and cleared away by the defender, Alex Mosley. Mosley, Hobson, Martinez, and Lemons, the penalty killers for the B-52s. Parente, wide left. Just outside the 50-foot line. Comes inside his right foot. Nice job to get a foot in by Martinez. It came back for Guernsey. Parente back to Guernsey. Guernsey with a heavy touch. Back to Parente with some space. Steps into a shot. Blocked aside by Dewey. Came back in front, centered, and kicked up high in the air by Chris Lemons. Dangerous centering pass by Shannon, but nobody on the other end. Now it's Guernsey. Again, Parente wide left. Back for Guernsey. About a minute left on this Tulsa power play. Guernsey on the right wing. Centers it. Lemons is there to knock it on back. Guernsey knocks it down. Parente, left wing. Out top. Guernsey. Shot deflected. Came through. It's loose. It's Taiyu around a defender. He skies his shot out of play. Dewey couldn't cover it. Taiyu got around a defender and with the left foot lifted it up over the glass. Minute 6 to play in the first half. 44 seconds left by my math on the power play. Wichita's going to take a timeout here. We will take it as well. A 1-minute break with a minute 6 to play here in the second quarter. Wichita 5, Tulsa 1. This is B-52 Soccer.
Joe's injury was hindering the quality of his life.
Originally was diagnosed with stenosis in the lower back.
Instead of undergoing a major surgery, Joe found out about an alternative way to conquer his back pain.
I had a couple of friends that had had lower back problems somewhat similar to mine. One of the individuals happened to have gone to Dr. Roy and recommended him highly.
Joe went to see Dr. Andrew Roy of Advanced Wellness and Rehab and went through the Spinal Rejuvenation Therapy program. Within weeks, Joe was seeing results.
I do 6 miles when I go out and go run. I was not able to do 6 miles without stopping 3 or 4 times because my back would tie up. Now I can do the whole 6 miles without a problem.
The Spinal Rejuvenation Therapy program has an amazing success rate in eliminating the severe pain from sciatica, herniated, bulging, or degenerative discs without surgery, injections, or downtime. Call Advanced Wellness and Rehab at 440-7470. That's 440-7470. And talk to Dr. Roy today.
Before we resume play, let's take 10 seconds to identify ourselves. We are the home of Wichita B-52 Soccer.
A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the original Sports Radio 1410 KGSO Wichita.
Dan Lucero with you from Hartman Arena. The Wichita B-52s leading the Tulsa Revolution 5-1 with a minute 6 to play in the first half of this Professional Arena Soccer League contest. 44 seconds left on the Tulsa power play. Wichita gets the restart here after Tulsa shot the ball out of play during a frantic sequence before the timeout. Jason Dewey heaves the ball down the field. Larry Martinez trying to get position. He's out-muscled by Michael Ponies for Tulsa. And Ponies on the ball will bring it ahead. Thomas Shannon down the right wing boards. Into the corner. It's Coleman. Back for Shannon. Now Ponies. Now 60 feet out. Chips it down for the corner. It's headed away by Lemons. Back for Ponies. 45 seconds left. And a centering ball is poked wide by Coleman and up out of play. Good pass by Ponies. Got through. Coleman got a foot to it but couldn't redirect it on net.
Look down at the bottom of section 103, right behind the Wings bench. In the gray t-shirt, it's former Wings player Victor Omar.
Chipped down the field and on net by Lemons on the restart. Caught by Amos. Here comes Tulsa. 6 seconds left on this power play. Comes in front. Shot saved by Dewey. Rebound for Parente is up high over the net and out of play. Another big save by Jason Dewey. 3 seconds remain in this power play. Dewey will catch from the ref and he'll restart it. Just heaves it down the field far as he can. Shannon gets to it first. Lauder rejoins the play. Wichita kills off the man advantage. Down to 15 seconds to play. Ball is turned over. Hobson on it for Wichita. Hobson trying to center it for Martinez. Pass was behind him. Ponies ahead to Tayu. He'll chip it wide right for Parente. Parente into the corner for Coleman. 3 seconds. Coleman bangs it off the boards. It's caught by Dewey. There's the buzzer. The first half is over, and Wichita will take a 4-goal lead into the locker room. 4 goals in the first, 1 in the second, 3 of them for Matt Clare, a hat-trick hero for a second time this season. And at the break, Wichita enjoys a halftime lead. They lead the Tulsa Revolution 5-1. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with the halftime show. You're listening to Wichita B-52s Soccer on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Browning firearms are legendary for their reliability, accuracy, natural balance, and outstanding performance. If you're looking for the best in auto-loading and pump-action shotguns, or the finest in bolt-action, auto-loading, and lever-action rifles, Browning has the gun for you. That's because Browning offers the quality, durability, and versatility for the discerning sportsman. And you can see it all at the Goddard Gunnery in Goddard, Kansas. Stop by the Goddard Gunnery on the north side of Highway 54 in Goddard, Kansas, and see for yourself why they say Browning is the best there is.
Hey folks, Pete Breyer with Jewelry Savers, Lincoln and Rock Road, 1/2 mile south of town east on Rock Road, so you're probably in the neighborhood anyway. Why don't you come by and see why the Jewelry Savers difference is such a big deal. We've been doing this for 42 years at the same location, selling jewelry, fine jewelry, less expensively than everybody else. Now let me also explain, this isn't lesser jewelry for lesser money, it's equal or better jewelry for less money. Right now, all stud earrings are 60% off. All selected rings, watches, pendants, diamonds, gemstones, 60% off. Come in, we're making deals. You need to make sure you come in as soon as you can. It is coming up on the last Friday before Christmas. We've got silver, we've got gold, we've got wedding sets, we've got everything you can possibly imagine. Gold chains, we've got great hours, 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday. We're open the last Sunday before Christmas, 11 to 2. Come and see us. Jewelry Savers, Lincoln and Rock Road. We don't want $1 million, just 1 million friends.
Jewelry Savers, we don't want $1 million, just 1 million friends.
We take care of animals because that's our job, because that's what's right. That's just the first thing that we think of when we get up in the morning. What do the animals need? People need to know that we do everything we can to produce a healthy and safe product. My family has raised livestock since 1882. If they weren't doing things right, we wouldn't have survived as long as we have.
The farmers and ranchers of Kansas Farm Bureau. Care and respect practiced daily.
Did you know that heart disease is the #1 killer of women in this country, more than breast cancer or cervical cancer? Many people think of a heart attack as a male phenomenon, but in fact, nearly 1 in 2 women will die of heart disease. Women also have atypical symptoms, including shortness of breath, fatigue, and trouble sleeping. Give yourself a chance to beat the odds. Work with your doctor to stay fit. Lower your blood pressure. If you have risk factors, get a stress test. Call the Galicia Medical Group at 316-858-2288.
All Things Barbecue is your holiday gift destination. In addition to the best brands in outdoor cooking, including Yoder Smokers, Big Green Egg, Napoleon Gourmet Grills, and Weber, we have a range of gifts starting under $10. Don't forget about our gift cards and gift baskets, which can be custom designed from hundreds of sauces, rubs, and accessories.
10 seconds.
Stop by and see us at 818 West Douglas, just 2 blocks west of the Clock Tower in the historic Delano District. All Things Barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.
This is Wichita B-52 Soccer with your halftime report. Here's Dan Lucero.
Halftime, and it's a happy Hartman Arena tonight as the Wichita B-52s own a 4-goal halftime lead over the visiting Tulsa Revolution. At the break, it is Wichita 5 and Tulsa 1 in the first ever meeting between these two expansion teams. Welcome into the halftime report. I am Dan Lucero. Wichita got the scoring started fast and furious. They would score twice in the first 2.5 minutes of this one. First goal coming at 1:49 off a set play. Michael Chang with the goal off a Matt Clare assist. Chang from the right angle blasting it into the upper 90 for the goal. His 5th of the season at 1:49 made it 1-0 Wichita. 33 seconds later on another set play from the same spot, the top of the crease, Wichita would score again. This time Alex Mosley supplying for Eviel Cordovas, who roofed his shot, his 4th goal of the season. assisted by Alex Mosley at 2:22, and Wichita had a 2-goal lead. They would extend the lead later in the first quarter. Matt Clare getting in on the act, and once again it would be off a set play from a dangerous area. Matt Clare scoring off a Chris Lemon assist at 12:16, Clare's 10th goal of the season. He's the first B-52 into double figures. Then, later in the first, in fact, not much later at all, only 28 seconds later, Clare would score again. He would beat the keeper to a loose ball down the left wing boards. It would come roll down into the corner. A defender for Tulsa tried to cut Matt Clare off. Matt Clare wasn't having any of that. He spun around the defender, maintaining possession, and poked the ball into the empty net for the goal, his 11th and second of the night. That made it 4-0 Tulsa, 4-0 Wichita. That's where we stood after 1 quarter of play. Tulsa would get on the board at 5:19 of the second quarter. Levi Coleman scoring, unassisted for Tulsa. That was Coleman's 4th goal of the season. But Wichita would respond, and it would be Matt Clare once again for the hat trick. Clare from Lemons at 12:18. Clare now with 12 goals on the campaign. His second hat trick of the season. His first one came 2 Saturdays ago in St. Louis against Illinois Piasaw. So 2 hat tricks in 3 games for the high-flying Matt Clare of the Wichita B-52s. 5-1 our score. We'll take a 3-minute break here in the halftime show. Come back with some other scores across the PASL and a look at the standings. You're listening to B-52 Soccer on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Wake up with Alex and Dan on the game plan from 6 to 9 a.m. My friend, you can win a bag of Avivo coffee and a Sports Radio coffee mug. When you hear the alarm clock and the coffee brewing, be the first caller, and you win from Avivo, Brick Oven Pizzeria, and Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
Newman University Athletics, an NCAA Division II program, continues to excel at the regional and national level. The Jets had 6 nationally ranked teams last season, including a men's basketball program that made its first ever NCAA tournament appearance. Women's volleyball has already doubled its win total from a year ago. Jets Athletics showcases excellence with upgraded facilities like a new scoreboard and dugout for the soccer team. Academically, Newman University has won 3 straight conference GPA awards. Discover more online at newmanjets.com.
Hi, Dan Lucero here with Darren Martin of Cartridge World Wichita. Darren, the end of the year means end of the year projects for students and business people alike, and they want to make sure they have their printers running at full speed.
Yes, there's final papers, there's tax reports, there's tax returns, there's Christmas letters.
When your car runs out of gas, you don't buy a new one, you refill the gas tank. Same goes for your printer.
You can save a lot of money by refilling your cartridges. Come see us at Maple and Ridge or 21st and Rock, 681-1183.
Why pay more to print? Cartridge World.
Continental Fiberglass, in their new location at 6701 South Broadway, has everything the hunter needs for his truck. If you're getting ready for hunting season, get your truck ready too. Continental Fiberglass has bush and grill guards, bed mats, dog boxes. Oh yeah, they've got the basics, bed covers and toppers for all trucks, but they also have Duha rear seat general storage and gun storage containers, and security vaults to keep your tools and guns safe and secure. Continental Fiberglass at 6701 South Broadway, the hunter's best friend.
Walker's Bar is having a preview opening this Saturday, December 14th, just in time for the Wichita State-Tennessee game. Walker's is your pre- and post-game headquarters. Doors open at 10 a.m. Saturday. Try a Woo Shot or a Wootini. Walker's Bar, northeast of Intrust Bank Arena on Commerce.
Nothing makes us cowboys hungrier than the sound of beef sizzling on a grill. And that's the sound you can hear every evening at Boot Hill Casino and Resort, because our famous prime rib got bigger and better. Dig into a 16-ounce prime rib for only $9.99. Now served every evening after 5 p.m. That's right, every evening after 5 p.m., 7 days a week, you can get a full pound of prime rib for only $9.99. Count on Fireside's restaurant at Boot Hill Casino and Resort to give you the biggest and best prime rib you're likely to find anywhere in the Wild West. Enjoy an everyday special at Fireside's that's always delicious. Our 16-ounce prime rib for $9.99 every evening after 5 p.m. at Boot Hill Casino and Resort. Yeehaw!
All games owned and operated by the Kansas Lottery. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Must be 21 to enter. Motion's not valid to persons banned from the casino or persons in the Kansas Voluntary Exclusion Program.
Halftime at Hartman Arena. Wichita 5, Tulsa 1 in this professional arena soccer league match. Matt Clare with a first half hat trick to to show the way for the B-52s, who are looking to move to 2-1 at home and 3-4 on the season. Tulsa looking for their first win as a franchise. They've got a ditch to dig out of in the second half. Looking elsewhere at PASL action tonight, no updates from the Cleveland-Cincinnati or Mexico-Sacramento contests. Fourth quarter in Detroit, the Chicago Mustangs looking to stay perfect. They lead Detroit 4-3. Dallas up a deuce on Saltillo, 4-2 at the half. And in a U.S. Open Cup match, the AAC Eagles of Chicago lead Illinois Piasaw 3-0. That match in the second quarter. The U.S. Open Cup, an open competition to teams from the PASL and other professional indoor soccer leagues. And the B-52s will make their debut in the U.S. Open Cup 2 Saturdays from now. On December 28th, they will take on the Denver Dynamite in a U.S. Open Cup matchup. Here at Hartman Arena, we'll, of course, have the call for you on 1410 KGSO. Quick look at the PASL standings entering tonight. 3 unbeatens, 1 apiece in each division. Chicago at 6-0 leads the East. Monterey at 7-0 atop the Central. Las Vegas at 6-0 leads the Pacific. The Central, the most competitive division in the league. Monterey at 7-0. Hidalgo at 5-1. Dallas at 3-1. Saltillo at 2-3 after their win last night. Then Wichita at 2-4, 4.5 games back. Tulsa and Texas at 0-5. Bringing up the rear. Chicago 6-0 in the East. Detroit 3-2. Cleveland 3-3. Cincinnati and Harrisburg 2-3. Illinois, the Piasaw 1-5. And in the Pacific Division, it's Las Vegas at 6-0. San Diego 2.5 back at 3-2. Bay Area at 3-3. Mexico 2-2. Turlock and Ontario 2-3. Sacramento, one of 3 winless squads in the league. They are 0-6. We'll take a 1-minute break. Check that. We'll take a 3-minute break. And when we come back, we'll have second half action from Hartman Arena. The Wichita B-52s lead the Tulsa Revolution 5-1. You're listening to B-52 Soccer on KGSO.
Hey folks, Pete Breyer with Jewelry Savers, Lincoln and Rock Road, 1/2 mile south of town east on Rock Road, so you are probably in the neighborhood anyway. Why don't you come by and see why the Jewelry Savers difference is such a big deal. We've been doing this for 42 years at the same location, selling jewelry, fine jewelry, less expensively than everybody else. Now let me also explain, this isn't lesser jewelry for lesser money, it's equal or better jewelry for less money. Right now, all stud earrings are 60% off. All selected rings, watches, pendants, diamonds, gemstones, 60% off. Come in, we're making deals. You need to make sure you come in as soon as you can. It is coming up on the last Friday before Christmas. We've got silver, we've got gold, we've got wedding sets, we've got everything you can possibly imagine. Gold chains, we've got great hours, 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday. We're open the last Sunday before Christmas, 11 to 2. Come and see us. Jewelry Savers, Lincoln and Rock Road. We don't want $1 million, just $1 million friends.
Jewelry Savers, we don't want $1 million, just $1 million friends.
Do you own a gun? Is it stored safely, away from curious children? Protected if someone breaks in to steal it? One of the most secure places you can store firearms in your home is in a Browning Pro Steel gun safe. All Browning gun safes are thoroughly tested for dependable fire and theft protection. Safety, security, quality, and convenience are built into every Browning Pro Steel safe. Come see the lineup of Browning gun safes at the Goddard Gunnery. Easy to find, right on the north side of 54 Highway in Goddard. A full-line gun store where they sell Browning, the best there is.
People often ignore the dangerous symptoms that might be the warning signs of a stroke. These are called TIAs or mini strokes, warning signs of serious trouble ahead. In fact, a person who has had a TIA is 10 times more likely to suffer a stroke. If you ever have trouble seeing, speaking, or understanding, severe headaches, or numbness or weakness in your face, arm, or leg, even for a brief moment, see your physician immediately. For more information, call the Galicia Medical Group at 316-858-2288.
If you are looking for a new bank to build a relationship with, let me suggest Home Bank and Trust Company. Personal, friendly, convenient, that's 3 words that describe Home Bank and Trust. Home Bank has a location on the west side at Central and Maze Road, also on the east side at 13th and Greenwich. And with an easy online banking program, the transition to Home Bank is a simple one. Home Bank and Trust for personal and corporate banking. Home Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Pizza lovers, listen up. Mezzo de Avivo, the matched meal lunch from Avivo Brick Oven Pizzeria, pairs any lunch-size gourmet pizza on our menu with a fresh salad and beverage, only $8.99. If you love pizza and you love salad, sample nearly 20 gourmet Mezzo pizzas, paired with one of 3 garden Mezzo salads. Lunch with Mezzo de Avivo, the pizza lovers matched meal. Avivo Brick Oven Pizzeria, located in New Market Square. Menu at avivopizzeria.com. Avivo, alive with flavor.
Just about ready for the second half to begin tonight here at Hartman Arena, where the Wichita B-52s lead the Tulsa Revolution 5-1. Want to remind B-52s fans that you can spend a night with the B-52s December 16th, that's Monday night, at the Hotel at Old Town in Wichita. An event for all fans to come on out and interact with the team and wish them a very happy holiday. There will also be an event for season ticket holders only immediately following the event. The holidays with the Wichita B-52s, December 16th at 6 o'clock at the Hotel at Old Town. And who knows, your play-by-play broadcaster might show up for a little while as well. So we invite you to come on out for that. Want to again say hello to our online listeners tonight, those tuned in via the web at kgso.com. Or if you're watching the video stream and hearing our audio tonight, the video provided by America One Sports. Tulsa is back on the field ready to go. Parente, Kelly, Teyu, Shannon, and Guernsey will be their first 5, and they'll go right to left in the third quarter. Wichita is yet to break their huddle. I said right to left for Tulsa. That's wrong. They're going to go left to right. The teams seem to get that confused. It's Wichita going right to left. Cordovas, Hobson, Lauder, Bryant, and Mosley will be the first 5 for Wichita. Tulsa will have the kickoff, 15 minutes up on the Hartman Arena clock. Teyu stands on the ball. Whistle blows. We're ready when you are. And there we go. It's played forward by Parente, but there was nobody there. Hobson able to steal it easily. Brady Bryant will hoof it down the field. Chested down by Guernsey. Cordovas on his back. Guernsey will have to play it on back to his keeper, Amos. Amos chipping it down the field for Teyu. Chests it forward into the right corner, but Lauder will get there first. He'll pass back to Dewey, and Dewey will chip it away from Harm. Cordovas has it at midfield. Cordovas on the turn gets away from his defender. Speeding down the field is Eviel Cordovas. Down the left lane, his shot was blocked by a speeding Gunnar Kelly. It hit Kelly in the thigh. Cordovas never had an eye on a pass. He was going it alone the whole way and took that bullet shot. And it caught Gunnar Kelly. Tulsa has it coming the other way. Just underway in the third quarter. 5-1 Wichita. Colin Lauder on the ball. Plays it to midfield. Intercepted by Guernsey on the right wing boards. Guernsey centers for Teyu. One touch for Shannon. Knocks it into the corner for Kelly. Played away from Kelly by Colin Lauder. Lauder trying to muscle off the ball. Centered it up for Bryant. Played on back for Alex Mosley. Mosley rolls it down the right wing boards. Brady Bryant's going to hustle it down. Brady Bryant plays it off the boards, and it's Amos there first to catch it in his crease ahead of Brent Hobson. Shannon rolls it down for Teyu in the right corner. Teyu centers it. In front, 1-2, played, and a shot low is stopped by Dewey. Gunnar Kelly denied by Jason Dewey, who has been immense in his first home start. Really showing out for his hometown fans. Now some trouble for Casey Barton. He's able to play it around Frank Teyu. On the right wing boards, Matt Clare's got it. Clare comes to the center. At midfield, rolls it along the left side for Chris Lemons. Playing it forward for Martinez. He knocks it down for Clare. Clare a drive, and it's stopped. Headed down for Chang. Chang swings and whiffs at it with his left foot in the left corner. It's deep along the boards for Clare. Now chipped out, up off the dasher and out of play. Wichita will get the restart.
Out of bounds Tulsa. Wichita gets the restart.
12:55 to play in the third. 5-1 B-52s. 4 in the first, 1 in the second for Wichita. 3 of those coming from Matt Clare. Here comes Chris Lemons down the field. Got it off the outside of his boot toward the center of the net. Came deflected. It's in the right corner for Larry Martinez. Martinez banked it off the boards. Tried to play it for Barton, but Barton beaten to the ball by Beckford. Trying to clear it was Tulsa, and it was handled inadvertently by Casey Barton, and the foul's called. That's Wichita's first. They had 6 in the first half. Tulsa sitting on 3 fouls presently. Hoof down the field, ricocheting off the boards behind Dewey, and Dewey will catch it cleanly under no pressure. Keys it down the field for Natan Modesto. Modesto will turn down the right wing boards with a pass for Kevin Jackson. Jackson shoved hard into the wall, and that'll be a foul on Tulsa. And lucky not to be a blue card, I think, on Beckford. That's 4 fouls on Tulsa. Wichita gets a restart along the right wing wall. About 20 feet out, a dangerous area here. 3 of Wichita's 5 goals have come on restarts like this one. Clare and Lemons conversing. One of them will take it. Clare will run by the ball. Lemons will chip it up off the boards. Clare couldn't get a foot to it. It was poked away from the center of the goal. Modesto hustling it down on the loose ball. Plays it back for Jason Dewey. He'll slide it for Mosley along the right wing boards. Cross the field for Modesto, who knocks it down. Plays it for Lauder. Lauder tried to get around Danza and couldn't. Loose ball to midfield for Tico Rodriguez. Left side for Lauder. Lauder will play a back pass for Dewey. Dewey played it wide, and it was stolen by Beckford. Here comes Brian Beckford. Played off the ball momentarily by Hobson, but has it back. Sliding it wide right, and a centering pass by Scrapper, stolen away by Modesto. Loose ball came to midfield, and it's knocked on back for Ponies. Scrapper back to Ponies at midfield. Diagonal ball stolen away by Alex Mosley. 3-on-2 developing. Here's Mosley down the center of the field. It's Mosley. Wide right for Lauder. Lauder steps into the shot. He scores! Colin Lauder! Second goal of the season for Lauder off the assist from Alex Mosley. And Wichita adds to their lead. It's 6-1 with 11:22 to go in the third. Colin Lauder. A goal made in Wichita. Mosley to Lauder. And a right-footed blast into the top of the net. Wichita's lead is 5. Coming into tonight, they had not led in a game by more than 2 goals at any point this season. They are up 5 after Colin Lauder's second goal of the season. Mosley has his second assist of the night, now has 5 of those on the year. And that has him second on the team behind Clare, who has an assist tonight, which gives him 6. Tulsa ball after the restart. Chip down the field by Amos. Onto the forehead of Chris Lemons. Down the field, Clare almost got to it. It was headed away from him by Guernsey and out of play. Wichita will get the restart along the left wing boards at midfield. It's knocked back by Lemons for Dewey. And back for Lemons. Being pressed. It's now Brady Bryant banking it along the far side boards for Kevin Jackson. Jackson tried to round Shannon and couldn't. Brady Bryant onto the ball. In the right corner, it's Brady Bryant. It come back to Jackson. Jackson overran the ball, and now it's loose in front. Matt Clare with it. Nimbly around one defender, and then shoved down by a second. A foul called. Wichita will get a restart just outside the old three-point arc, and that's 5 fouls on Tulsa. Now the referee having some words with the man who committed the foul. I believe that was Guernsey. Guernsey kind of had to be held back there by a teammate. Frank Taiu is back there having words as well. Cordovas or Lemons, who will it be? Cordovas will take it. He bangs it into the wall. It comes on back for Lemons. Onto his left foot, down into the left corner. Kevin Jackson will win the race to the ball. He'll bank it back off the boards for Clare. Clare around the defender, tried an awkward volley. That was blocked. Shannon heads it clear. It comes to Brady Bryant. He's knocked down by Taiu. No whistle. Loose ball. Brady Bryant had it break for him. Amos first to it. He chips it wide off the boards. Taiu had it. Came back to Clare. Clare's shot hit Guernsey in the back of the head. Big bounce up off the turf. Clare first to it. Matt Clare down in the right corner. Centered it up, and it's caught by Amos in the crease. He rolls it down the right wing boards quickly for Teyu, and Tulsa tries to break the other way. Chipped up off the defender, and they're going to call a handball here on Casey Barton. 10:05 to play in the third quarter. 6-1 B-52s. Teyu plays a 1-2. It comes wide left now for Abed El Khor. He's deep in the corner with the ball underneath his left foot, trying to get around Colin Lauder, and does. Over to help out is Chris Lemons. Cordovas also helping on defense. He steals it. Ball broke free at midfield momentarily. It came back forward. Teyu's got it on his right foot. Shot saved by Dewey and banged off the boards into safety by Chris Lemons. It came to Cordovas. Cordovas is one-on-one with the defender. Cordovas had it played off of him. The loose ball into the left corner. Excellent defensive play there by El Khor. Loose ball. It's Jackson. Back for Cordovas. And he is dispossessed by Shannon, who banks it off the glass and down the field. Another super save by Dewey, denying Frank Teyu from in close. Getting the legs closed enough that they couldn't slip through. Down the right wing comes Matt Clare for Wichita. Step over onto his left foot, tried to spin around, lost the ball. It came through to Martinez, who tried to center it back to Clare. It got deflected. Shannon clears it. Teyu on the other end at midfield. Down the right wing boards for Tulsa. He's dispossessed by Barton. Matt Clare on it now for Wichita. Some step overs for Clare. Sprinting down the left wing boards. Shouldered hard into the boards by Shannon. That's a foul. That's 6 on Tulsa, and Wichita will go on the power play. Power play chance for the B-52s with 8:52 to play in the third. B-52s are 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Mosley, Cordovas, Lemons, Clare, and Chang, the 5 who will be out there for Wichita. Check that, it'll be Lauder in instead of Lemons. David Parente will serve the penalty for Tulsa. Power play time for Wichita. Alex Mosley on the ball. Up top, wide left, overshot Clare. He had to go into the corner to retrieve it. Passing out of the double team, it comes all the way to midfield. Dewey will play it there. Dewey leaves it for Colin Lauder. Lauder deep in the right corner for Cordovas. 2 defenders converge. Back for Lauder. Lauder for Mosley. On the left wing now, it's Clare. Back up top for Mosley. Mosley, some feinting. Along the right wing boards for Lauder. Back, centered up to Mosley. Out to Clare. Clare centers it for Chang. Chang turns and shoots the volley. It got deflected. Amos punching it away from Cordovas. Cordovas chips it around a defender on back to Mosley. Wide left for Clare. Back up top, Mosley. In front, deflected, and Tulsa will clear it. Dewey, forward to Mosley. He'll get a running start. Actually, he'll poke it ahead for Lauder. Lauder will charge ahead. Into the corner on the right side, it's Cordovas. Onto his left foot. Out for Mosley. Mosley for Clare. Clare, a shot blocked by Shannon. Came back to Clare. He centered it in front. It's cleared off the line. Off the boards in the right corner. Headed down by Cordovas for Lauder. Under a minute left on this power play. Lauder for Clare, wide left. Taking it into the corner. He'll bank it off the boards. Cordovas on the other end. He blasts it over the boards and out of play. I don't think you can hit it any harder than Cordovas did there. If it would have hit Amos, the keeper, it might have gone through him. Amos chucks it down the field. 7.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. 6-1 Wichita. About 30 more seconds left on the power play. Clare has it wide left, knocks it back for Mosley. Back on for Clare. Clare centered it, and it's cleared away off the line again by, I believe, that's Ponies. One more shot at it here for Wichita. Lauder, step over onto his left foot. For Clare, Clare whiffed on the shot. Has the ball in the left corner. Centered it up for Mosley. Mosley with a drive, deflected in front. Came back to Clare, who chests it down. Clare trying to turn the corner. Can't get around Beckford. Beckford tried to clear it. It deflects off of Clare and out of play. And that ends the power play opportunity. Wichita 0 for 2 with the extra man tonight. They still lead at 6-1 with 6:51 to go in the third. Amos to take the restart. We'll chip it down the field. Tayu on the header, and now we got a whistle. Apparently, Tulsa committed another 5-second violation. They took too long on the restart, so Wichita's going to get a restart, and they'll get it along the right wing boards in their own zone. Actually, no, they won't. It'll come out to the 50-foot line. I'm sorry. Comes out to the 50-foot line at the dot. Mosley quickly taken. The drive by Chang was blocked aside by a Revolution defender. Dewey came out to midfield to play the loose ball. Now it's Tico Rodriguez on it. Down into the right corner. Chang able to knock it down. Chang trying to turn inside. Now back heels it for Lemons. Lemons a shot saved. Rebound came to Chang. Chang on the left foot. His shot is saved by Amos and cleared to safety by Tayu. Two good chances there for the B-52s. Lewis Amos with his best saves of the night. Larry Martinez down the left corner. He's trying to turn inside. Can't round the defender Beckford. And the ball comes back for Rodriguez. Sorry, that was Ugba defending there. Rodriguez tried to chip it down the field. It got deflected toward the net. Dewey had to scramble back for it and covers it up. Heaving it down the field, looking for Hobson. Hobson with a nice dummy. Got around the defender. Hobson dispossessed by Shannon. It ricochets off the boards, and it's caught by Amos in the crease. 5:45 and counting to play here in the third quarter. Wichita 6, Tulsa 1. Wichita took a 2-goal lead in the first 2.5 minutes. Had a 4-0 lead after one. They have not looked back. Ball deep in the right corner in the Tulsa zone. Comes out to the 50-foot line. Knocked back in towards Ponies. Ponies spins off of one defender. Leaves it for Tayu in the right corner. He centers it up off the boards. It comes through the crease. Nobody home for Tulsa for the tap-in. Parente high in the left wing. Across for Ponies. Outside the 50-foot line now. Tulsa having to regroup. Cutting inside was Parente. On back for Ponies. Now Parente along the right wing boards. Cutting inside. Now back to the outside. A slide by Lemons to block the pass. Loose ball. Lemons is on it. Tried to chip it away. Parente blocked it down. Parente along the boards. It's banged off the boards by Lemons, and it comes through to Larry Martinez at midfield. Larry Martinez dribbled the ball. Ponies wins it. Ponies with a shot wide from the right wing. Rebound came across to Gunnar Kelly on the left wing. Kelly pressured. Back up for Ugba. Now Ponies. And a good spell of possession here for Tulsa, but nothing to show for it in terms of even a shot on net. Tayu centers it up. Knocks it on back. Parente, high right, inside the 50-foot line with some step overs. Fakes a shot in the corner. Back into the corner. Shot blocked by Chris Lemons. Chris Lemons is all over David Parente. Parente can't lose him. And the ball played back for the keeper for Tulsa. Pass forward by Guernsey. Tayu took a heavy touch, able to play it wide right for Parente. Into the corner. Chipped wide by Scrapper. In the corner for Tayu in the left side. And Natan Modesto wins the battle for the ball. Now Brent Hobson on it. Hobson streaking down the field. Hobson bumped from behind. That's a foul. Foul called on Scrapper, who has Scrape written on the back of his jersey instead of his last name. This league is big on doing nicknames on the back of jerseys. We've seen it for Las Vegas, Chicago. Now we're seeing it for Tulsa. Fortunately, we have not seen He Hate Me yet. 3:43 and counting to play in the third. 6-1 Wichita. Kevin Jackson in the left corner, trying to round Scrapper. Scrapper did a good job to seal him off that time, and the loose ball gobbled up in the crease by Amos. Heaved down the field, but Mosley gets to the ball first. And he's quickly dispossessed, and down the right wing comes Shannon. Shannon tried to center it. Bryant blocked it. Shannon fell down, and a leaping Matt Clare skies the ball down the field. Danza will hustle back and play it for Tulsa. Amos dribbling it forward. He chips it down into the right corner, looking for Parente. Clare will get there first. Ricochets it off the boards. It came back for Coleman, who stepped on the ball and fell down. It's loose. Clare's on it. 3-on-2 developing. Matt Clare on the dribble. Wide left for Kevin Jackson. Jackson at pace. Overran the ball. Gets back on it in the left corner. Jackson back out to the left wing for Matt Clare. And Clare will play it back for Brady Bryant. Wichita settling it down. Alex Mosley pokes it forward, intended for Clare, but Clare overran it. He was on his way off the pitch. Shannon knocks it back for Amos in the left corner. He'll play it wide left. Pressuring is Kevin Jackson. Pass comes forward for Tulsa for Parente. He'll leave it for Shannon. Across the field, a good ball. Some space for Coleman, and Coleman just couldn't settle the ball down. It took a big hop for him. Trying to clear it was Bryant. It hit the ref. It came to Coleman. Coleman shot just wide. It wrong-footed Dewey, but it missed just a couple of feet to the right of the post. Now it's Wichita back on the ball. Kevin Jackson in front of his own bench, far side. Centers for Alex Mosley. Mosley sprinting down the middle of the field and hustling from behind him. Catching him unaware was Parente to steal it. Under 2 minutes to play in the third, 6-1 Wichita. Here's a shot that ricochets wide by Shannon, and it's cleared across the field, down the field by Casey Barton. Parente passing forward. Michael Chang steals at midfield. And Natan Modesto on the ball for Wichita. He'll roll it wide left. Casey Barton able to run onto it. Forward for Chang. Chang knocks it back for Barton. Up ahead for Modesto. Modesto double team. Knocks it for Claire. Claire, a left-footed shot. A worm burner that's easily scooped up by Amos. Minute 15 to go in the third. Wichita's got the lone goal of this quarter. It belongs to Colin Lauder. Amos hoofs it down the field. Barton intercepts. Came back through for Ponies. Ponies collided with Modesto. Ponies acting as though a sniper got him. And they're going to blow the play dead for an injured player. No foul called, but they'll go and take a look at Michael Ponies, who, hey, what do you know? He's back on his feet. He heals quickly. It's like magic. There's a timeout on the field. Minute to play in the third. 6-1 Wichita. You're listening to B-52 Soccer on KGSO. Back in 1 minute.
We've all heard the expression of time standing still, and we all know it's just that, an expression. It doesn't happen. The memory of a quality timepiece from Scott Child's old-time clock shop, that will instill in the receiver's mind an expression that's actually true. Forever remembered. Make a mark in the heart and mind of somebody special with a quality timepiece from Scott Child's old-time clock shop. Scott Child's old-time clock shop. 1946 West 13th Street in the heart of Riverside at 267-1925. Continental Fiberglass, in their new location at 6701 South Broadway, has everything the hunter needs for his truck. If you're getting ready for hunting season, get your truck ready too. Continental Fiberglass has bush and grill guards, bed mats, dog boxes. Oh yeah, they've got the basics, bed covers and toppers for all trucks, but they also have Duha rear seat general storage and gun storage containers, and security vaults to keep your tools and guns safe and secure. Continental Fiberglass at 6701 South Broadway, the hunter's best friend.
Just 1 minute to play in the third quarter from Hartman Arena. It's been a long day. Wichita 6, Tulsa 1. Dan Lucero back with you. Dan Lucero, if you will. Tulsa will have the ball in the restart out of the timeout. Only one goal in this third quarter. It belongs to Colin Lauder of the B-52s. They scored 4 times in the first period, took a 4-0 lead after one. Both teams tallied in the second. And though Tulsa has been somewhat threatening at times here in the third, they have not been able to beat Jason Dewey. Scramble for the ball deep in the midfield. Colin Lauder almost won it, but it was taken over by Beckford. Beckford. Wide right for Coleman. On back for Shannon, back for Beckford. 40 seconds. Beckford to Coleman along the right wing wall. He'll leave it for Shannon. Shannon plays it off the boards, tried to play it to himself. It got deflected, came through to Tayus. Shot palmed up in the air by Dewey. Dewey able to catch it away from Shannon and rolls it ahead for Cordovas. Wichita trying to break the other way. It's Cordovas down the left wing side for Barton. Across the field for Hobson. Hobson onto his left foot. Plays it wide right. Space for Claire. Claire, a shot. He scores! Matt Claire, number 4 on the night with 13 seconds to play in the third. How do you leave him unmarked, of all people? Matt Claire's got 4 tonight. Brent Hobson with the assist. It's 7-1 Wichita with 13 seconds to play in the third. Claire up to 13 goals on the season. He was all alone, had all the time and space he could have asked for on the right angle about 15 feet out. And Lewis Amos was utterly helpless. Claire roofing his right-footed shot. And now we're back to action for the final 13 seconds of this third. Down to 6. Frank Tayu way out there at the 50-foot line. Chips it off the left wing boards. And a shot hit the underside of the crossbar for Coleman from the left corner. Dewey was beaten, but the shot hit the underside of the crossbar and caromed out. And that's how the third period comes to an end. Wichita tallies twice. They have got a death grip on this one. Entering the fourth quarter, it's the B-52 7 and Tulsa 1. We're back in 2 minutes with the fourth quarter action from Hartman Arena. This is B-52 Soccer on KGSO.
Nothing makes us cowboys hungrier than the sound of beef sizzling on a grill. And that's the sound you can hear every evening at Boot Hill Casino and Resort, because our famous prime rib got bigger and better. Dig into a 16-ounce prime rib for only $9.99. Now served every evening after 5 p.m. That's right, every evening after 5 p.m., 7 days a week, you can get a full pound of prime rib for only $9.99. Count on Fireside's restaurant at Boot Hill Casino and Resort to give you the biggest and best prime rib you're likely to find anywhere in the Wild West. Enjoy an everyday special at Fireside's that's always delicious. Our 16-ounce prime rib for $9.99 every evening after 5 p.m. at Boot Hill Casino and Resort. Yeehaw!
All games owned and operated by the Kansas Lottery. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Must be 21 to enter. Motion's not valid to persons banned from the casino or persons in the Kansas Voluntary Exclusion Program.
Hey folks, Pete Breyer with Jewelry Savers.
This is a really poorly conceived
1/2 mile south of town east on Rock Road.
promotion.
So you are probably in the neighborhood anyway. Why don't you come by?
They're throwing these little mini soccer balls out on the field like chuck-a-puck at the Thunder games.
We've been doing this 42 years at the same location, selling jewelry.
A few of them are going into the Tulsa bench.
Now let me also
and they're hitting the Tulsa players. Wichita had the good sense to move their huddle out wide, but Tulsa's players are sitting ducks. That was really poorly conceived.
Come in, we're making deals. You need to make sure you come in as soon as you can.
They can do better than that the second time.
It's good humor. We've got silver, we've got gold.
Probably not for them.
We've got everything you can possibly imagine. Gold chains, we've got great hours, 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday. We're open the last Sunday before Christmas, 11 to 2. Come and see us. Jewelry Savers, Lincoln and Rock Road. We don't want $1 million, just $1 million friends.
Jewelry Savers, we don't want $1 million, just $1 million friends.
Fourth quarter time from Hartman Arena, and the Wichita B-52s are hoping to cruise to their third victory of the season. They've got a 6-goal lead over the Tulsa Revolution, 7-1. Dan Lucero back with you. 4 goals and an assist tonight for Matt Clare. Now 13 goals and 6 assists on the season, 19 points, by far the leading scorer for the B-52s on the season. Michael Chang, Abiel Cordoas, and Colin Lauder have also scored. Alex Mosley has a pair of assists. Chris Lemons has a pair of assists. Brent Hobson with an assist as well. The lone Tulsa goal belongs to Levi Coleman. Wichita will shoot into the Douglas Street Hooligans in Section 108 in the fourth quarter. They'll go left to right as you're listening. And they'll start with Larry Martinez, Kevin Jackson, Colin Lauder, Tico Rodriguez, and Chris Lemons. Wichita starts us off with a kickoff. Colin Lauder bangs it off the left wing boards for Kevin Jackson. It was poked away from him. Headed away from danger by Parente. Down the right wing wall for Tulsa. El Cour tried to play it to a teammate, got too much on it, chipped it into the crowd. I guess it was deflected, though, because it's Tulsa gets the restart. And El Cour onto his left foot, blasts it wide. From about 50 feet out, got plenty on it, but it never troubled Dewey. And the ball comes loose to midfield. So race for it. Ponies able to spin away from a hustling Larry Martinez. Now beats Kevin Jackson. It's Michael Ponies down the left side. Into the left corner. Elcour centers it, but there's nobody there. And Larry Martinez able to corral the loose ball on the far side. Martinez, a reverse ball down the left wing side. Kevin Jackson trying to get there, but Ponies will beat him to it. And knock it back for his keeper, Lewis Amos. Down the left side, Elcour dispossessed by Lemons. Lauder plays it through diagonally to Lemons down the right wing boards into the corner. Lemons turns, possesses the ball, and plays it back for Colin Lauder. Lauder rolls it back for Jason Dewey outside his own 50-foot line. He turns it over, pass it directly to Parente. Parente cuts inside on his right foot. Gets beyond Lemons. Low shot is wide. Rebound settled down by Teyu in the right corner. The double team comes to dispossess Teyu, and Kevin Jackson's got it for the B-52s. Now Larry Martinez. It's poked away from him by Teyu. And Tulsa back with possession. Parente onto his right foot. Shot deflected by Lemons. It pops up off the top of the glass and out of play. 13:24 to play in the fourth. 7-1 B-52s.
Don't forget B-52 fans, the B-52 Trust Hotel in Old Town.
It'll be a corner kick for Tulsa in the right corner. It's center for Ponies. And his blast is well high. Sometimes players in close, they try and hit it as hard as they can. And very rarely are they on target when they do so. Wichita on the restart. Get it quickly to Casey Barton. On back for Dewey at the 50-foot line. He'll chip it down the field looking for Natan Modesto in the left corner. Modesto using his body to seal off Danza. He wins the ball. Nice little back heel to get back into the left corner. Inside of Danza. Now facing back away from goal, bringing it back out toward the 50-foot line. He'll leave it for Matt Clare, and Clare will bang it back in his own direction for Jason Dewey. Up ahead, it's Alex Mosley. Mosley playing it off the boards. Modesto in the right corner, trying to get deep into the corner. Now turns back onto his left foot. Centers it for Clare. Clare sitting on 4 goals. Passes back for Brent Hobson. Hobson back for Dewey. When you're up 6, you don't need goals. Possession is 9/10 of the law. When you're trying to bleed clock here early in the fourth quarter. Long pass ahead for Modesto. He leaves it for Clare. Or Brady Bryant. Bryant! It came forward for Lauder, and his shot stopped by Amos. Good centering pass off the boards by Bryant. Really well worked, but Lauder couldn't find his second. Ponies on the right wing boards in his own end for Tulsa. He got played off the ball, able to poke it on back for Gunnar Kelly. Kelly deep in the right corner for Teyu. Lauder on his back. Out high right for Parente, and now it's Ugba at midfield. Baba Ugba. It's the left wing for Kelly. Now Ugba has it back. Parente in the center circle at the B-52's logo. Nifty bit of skill. Pokes it forward for Teyu. He settles it for Parente. Parente's shot is stopped by Dewey. Rebound was in front, but Kelly couldn't settle it down. Now Kelly has it back. He tried to chip it through a defender. Couldn't do it. And the B-52s possess it and knock it to safety. Lauder sitting on it on the left wing boards. Back for Brady Bryant. Bryant will turn up ahead. Brady Bryant to midfield. He'll steer it back for Chris Lemons. 11:20 and counting here in the fourth. 7-1 Wichita. Clare ahead for Cordovas. Cordovas back heels for Clare. Clare down in the right corner. Clare is shot, and it almost came through to Barton, who just missed heading it home into an empty net. Now it's Cordovas. Cordovas on the right foot. Cordovas scores! Goal! Emil Cordovas. I don't know what that dance was, but I know what that goal was. That's number 2 for the Cuban Missile. His 5th of the season. And it's 8-1 Wichita. I see the Cuban Missile nickname has caught on. PA man Jared Cirillo using it to refer to the 24-year-old native of Havana. That's a brace for Cordovas. And with 11:05 to play, Wichita leads at 8-1. Got it onto his right foot and the seas parted. And about 20 feet out, Lewis Amos didn't have a prayer. No assist given on the goal. And Wichita leads by 7. And a whistle and a foul called on Wichita as Casey Barton and Abed Elcour were jostling for the ball.
Foul on Wichita, their fourth. Wichita has 4 fouls. Tulsa has 1.
Quickly played on the restart for Ponies, and Ponies drives it at the 50-foot line right at Jason Dewey, who catches, and he's it down the field, and it's Matt Clare. It's Matt Clare down the left wing, took a heavy touch. Clare tried to poke it inside, and it stopped with the leg of Amos. Clare got the rebound, though, and he'll bang it back to midfield for Mosley. Almost a 5th goal for Matt Clare. Pass in front, intercepted by Ponies, and he chips it down the field. Mosley will win this race to the ball. Plays it back for his keeper, Dewey. Dewey chipping it down the pitch. Nobody there but Ponies for Tulsa. Ponies on the ball, directing some traffic. Works it wide right for Teyu, who's been silent tonight. The leading scorer for this Tulsa team coming in with 9 goals and 6 assists. He has nothing next to his name tonight. Has really been effectively neutralized by Wichita's veteran defensive core. Dewey ahead for Jackson for Wichita. Diagonal ball down the right side for Casey Barton. Barton will slow it up about 60 feet out. Plays it across the field for Colin Lauder. Lauder on the left wing bringing it inside. Nice little step over onto his right foot. Now circling back towards midfield. He'll pay it back for Tico Rodriguez. Now Lauder again in front of his own bench. Works it back for Jason Dewey. 9.5 minutes left. And it does feel like the competitive portion of this game really has come to an end. Wichita leading 8-1. Natan Modesto. Natan Modesto cutting outside to the left on the boot. The shot is blocked. Ponies with the rebound as Teyu knocked Modesto down. There was no foul called. Cleared down the field by Tulsa, and it 1 hops out of play. Lemons will take the restart. Ahead for Matt Clare in the midfield circle. Wide right for Modesto. Back for Clare, and he'll chip it back for Dewey. Now Tico Rodriguez, and he'll chip it down the field. Into the right corner. Ricochets off the boards. Headed by Shannon, and Amos comes forward to catch. He heaves it down for Parente. Parente got around his man. One-on-one with Clare. Chips it through 2 defenders. Pass came back to Parente. Shot knocked down by Dewey. Rebound to Teyu. Shot saved by Dewey. Unbelievable how good Jason Dewey's been tonight. 2 big-time saves. First on Parente, and then from Teyu all alone in front. And now Wichita another chance. Cordovas turns, and his volley is just high. Blasted it on the volley with the left foot first time off the boards and put it just high of the net. Ball went out of bounds on the far side. Tulsa ball on the restart. Danza down the left wing boards, intended for Beckford. Beckford dispossessed by Cordovas. Loose ball, Cordovas is on it for Wichita. Cordovas spelling a hat trick. His left-footed shot from the left wing was blocked by Shannon. It settles down in the high corner, played away from Cordovas by Shannon, and cleared by Parente. Good diagonal through ball to Beckford down the left side. Beckford chips it down the field. Teyu hustling for it. Lemons will get there first. It bounced over both of them. A loose ball in the crease, and Lemons is on it for Wichita. Down the field, Parente first to it. He heads it down into the left corner. Lemons trying to shield the ball, and he got hauled down by Teyu. A foul called. 7:38 left, 8-1 Wichita. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth for Eviel Cordovas for Wichita. Wichita down the field. It's centered up for Hobson. Hobson took too heavy a touch, and Amos able to poke it away from him right in front. Ball coming wide right. Clare hustling, and he got elbowed in the mouth by Beckford, and he goes down in a heap. That'll be a foul on Tulsa. I think that's their second. 14th on the night, but second since they started recounting again. Wichita will get a free kick. 10 feet from the goal, angled to the right of Amos. Quickly taken in front. Hobson scores! Brent Hobson with the goal! Chris Lemons took it quickly, and Hobson, darting in front, chipped it in with the left foot. Second goal of the year for Brent Hobson. Lemons has 3 assists tonight. And it's a rout for the B-52s, 9-1 with 7:20 to play. A great feeling for Brent Hobson. And a timeout on the field. 7:20 left. Wichita's going to win this one tonight. They lead 9-1 over Tulsa. We'll take a 1-minute break during this timeout. You're listening to B-52 Soccer on KGSO.
All Things Barbecue is your holiday gift destination. In addition to the best brands in outdoor cooking, including Yoder Smokers, Big Green Egg, Napoleon Gourmet Grills, and Weber, we have a range of gifts starting under $10. Don't forget about our gift cards and gift baskets, which can be custom designed from hundreds of sauces, rubs, and accessories. Stop by and see us at 818 West Douglas, just 2 blocks west of the Clock Tower in the historic Delano District. All Things Barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.
If you are looking for a new bank to build a relationship with, let me suggest Home Bank and Trust Company. Personal, friendly, convenient, that's 3 words that describe Home Bank and Trust. Home Bank has a location on the west side at Central and Maze Road, also on the east side at 13th and Greenwich. And with an easy online banking program, that transition to Home Bank is a simple one. Home Bank and Trust for personal and corporate banking. Home Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Before we resume action at Hartman Arena, let's take 10 seconds to identify ourselves. We are Wichita's original sports radio station.
A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the original sports radio 1410 KGSO Wichita.
Brent Hobson's goal, another set play goal for Wichita, their 4th of the night, has given them a 9-1 lead over the Tulsa Revolution with 7:20 left here at Hartman Arena. Dan Lucero back with you. Tulsa will kick off at midfield as we're resuming play after the timeout, which came right after Hobson's goal. Tulsa tried to play it quickly forward. Parente's pass blocked. Ponies' pass blocked by Mosley. Little 1-2 between Martinez and Mosley, and now it's wide left for Matt Clare. Clare with a step over, and Shannon played him nicely off the ball. Loose ball came through, back to Clare at midfield. Cross the field to the right wing for Mosley. Mosley down into the corner. Parente beat him to the ball. It's still loose in front, chipped in front, back heeled. Martinez trying to settle it down. Ponies on his back, play back for Lauder. Lauder pokes it through, tried to anyway to Bryant. It got stolen by El Khor. Now it's passed off of Bryant's chest. Bryant, a long shot, played it wide. Jackson knocked it down, but he did so with an outstretched hand. That is foul number 11 of the night on Wichita, so every time they reach a multiple of 12, it's a penalty, a blue card violation, and a 2-minute penalty. Steal at midfield by Brent Hobson. He took it away from Ponies, and Ponies able to get it right back as Hobson hits the deck. Ponies speeds down the left wing. Centers it up for Teyu. Tried to get it onto his left foot, but Casey Barton denied him. It's in the left corner. Teyu first one to it. He's double teamed. Tried to play through it and could not. Hobson with the steal. And Ponies runs down the loose ball in midfield. Shannon chips it down the field. Parente in the right corner. He's double teamed. He'll poke it on back for midfield, and Shannon has it. Shannon forward, deep in the right corner. It's El Khor. Banged it off the board, centers it for Teyu. Shot saved, Dewey. Rebound, score. Rifled into the back of the net, off the inside of the crossbar by David Parente. Parente has his 5th of the season with 5:48 to go, and that makes the Wichita lead 9-2.
Wichita 10, Tulsa 2.
And that was an instance in which Parente hit the stuffing out of it, first time on the volley after the save by Dewey. And that time able to keep it down and find the back of the net. Now here comes Kevin Jackson. Jackson's shot is just wide. As he had beaten Thomas Shannon, Jackson thought he was getting fouled from behind as he turned inside, shot with the right foot, but put it just wide of Amos's net. Amos chipping it down the field. Looking for Teyu in the left corner. And he handled it inadvertently. Handball call. That's 16 fouls on Tulsa, so they're 2 away from putting Wichita on the power play. Bang down the field on the restart, headed away from Cordovas by Elcour. Jackson tried to center it up. Kelly steals it. Down the field, Chris Lemons is first to it. Dewey chips it down the field. Headed forward by Clare. Chipped up in the air by Cordovas. Cordovas settles it down high left. Cordovas backing away from his defender, Elcour. Elcour with a good, strong tackle, and then sweeping the foot through to try and play Elcour off the ball is Cordovas, and they're going to call a foul on AVL, and that's 6 on Wichita. Tulsa will go on the power play. We'll see who serves the 2-minute infraction for the B-52s. 4:55 remain in this one.
4:55 remain in the fourth period. 2 minutes on Wichita.
And it will be Matt Clare who goes and sits in the box. Tulsa has to be happy to see that. Clare can't score from in there. Hobson, Martinez, Mosley, and Lemons, the penalty killers for Wichita. Into the right corner. Back out, high right for Shannon. Now Parente, left side for Teyu. Back for Parente. Tulsa's 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Wichita 0 for 2. Shannon tried to center. Lemons banged it on the volley out to midfield. Shannon forward in the right corner for Levi Coleman. Now Shannon has it back. Back in the right corner for Coleman. Coleman playing it off the boards. It curls around to the left side. Teyu settles it down. Out to Parente. Wide right for Shannon outside the 50-foot line. He'll try a shot that's deflected once and twice. Last touch by Lemons as it caroms over the net and out of play. This will be a corner kick for Tulsa. 4:10 left. 9-2 Wichita. This is Coleman taking the corner. Out for Shannon. Shannon chip shot just high. Comes out high left for Parente. In the corner, Teyu. Back for Parente. Out to midfield for Shannon. Shannon, right-footed drive was deflected by Ponies and gobbled up by a diving Jason Dewey. He was wrong-footed but recovered and dove to his left to catch it out of the air. He'll heave it down the field. Shannon volleys it back forward for Coleman. Coleman knocked it off the forehead of Brent Hobson and out of play. About a minute left, maybe a little less on this Tulsa power play. Space in the right corner for Coleman. He centers it off the boards. Lemon settled it down, backheeled it. It came for Coleman, who blasted high. Rebound coming out to midfield. Parente on it. Wide right for Shannon. 30 seconds left on the power play. Ponies turns and shoots. Tipped up by Dewey. Rebound poked wide by Shannon, who may have landed awkwardly, and he is slow to get up in front of the net. Parente onto his right foot. Shot deflected by Martinez. Loose ball. Hobson able to gather it in. Hobson sprinting down the left wing boards. Hobson with a step over. Beats his defender for pace. Hobson shoved down. And, they're not going to call a foul on Parente there. Boy, I thought for sure they were going to get Parente for an outstretched arm. Clare is out of the box. The penalty kill has been successful once more for the B-52s. 2:44 and counting left in a 9-2 match. In the corner, Shannon beaten to the ball in the right corner by Lemons, who backheels it out of trouble. Clare able to clear it down the field. Amos came forward to play it. Diagonally, wide left for Parente. Now Elcour ran into Parente. Parente might have gotten hit in the face. Elcour able to keep the ball. Drives it down into the right corner for Levi Coleman. Coleman played off the ball, turned around and shoved Chris Lemons, and the ref missed it. That was blatant. He put 2 hands in the chest of Chris Lemons. Oh well, Wichita on the ball. It's Matt Clare at the 50-foot line. Clare, the step over, onto his left foot. Matt Clare in front, and it was blocked by Kevin Jackson. It came back out to Clare, and then Cordovas dispossessed. and the ball caroms out of bounds. Jackson just needed to angle his body, and he would have had the easiest redirection goal he'll ever score, but instead it caught him flush and caromed back in the direction from whence it came. Minute 53 left. Wichita leading 9-2. And though Kevin Jackson will regret not scoring there, frankly, the B-52s aren't going to need it. Chested down. Mosley centered it up, but Jackson was a step too late getting there. Clare in the left corner. Spinning away from a double team. Back across the field for Mosley. Mosley in space. Onto his right foot in the corner. Shot deflected. Comes down for Levi Coleman. Plays it ahead to Parente, and a 2-on-2 potentially here for Tulsa. Parente down the left wing boards. Inside onto his right foot. Down low for Teyu on the left side. With his back away from goal, he passes it all the way back for Danza. Comes around the horn of the right wing for Parente. Minute 10 to go here at Hartman Arena. It is Coleman on the ball for Tulsa. Back to midfield for Danza. You hear the Douglas Street hooligans, the I believe that we will win chant. There's a foul called on Tulsa as Parente tried to cut inside. Mosley took him to the ground. Foul number 13 on the B-52s. 55 seconds left. Parente playing the restart. Down low right side for Teyu. Backheel to Parente. Shot stopped by Dewey. Rebound of Ponies. It's centered in front. It's still loose. It's still loose. It's wide of the net. Shot wide by Coleman. Rebound to Cordovas. And Cordovas sprinting down the field. Cordovas has Clare. Cordovas for Clare. Cordovas, it was just behind Clare. And Clare couldn't settle it down. He got played off the ball by Ponies. Almost had a fifth goal there. 30 seconds left. Coleman down the right wing. Tried to play it around Jackson. Came to Teyu. He blasted it wide off the right wing boards. Teyu settles down the rebound, and then Barton just shoved him off the ball. 17 seconds. Cordovas dispossessed by Teyu. Centered up for Parente. 10 seconds. Countdown begins. Teyu up top, Parente. Wide left, Ponies. Ponies will shoot. Dewey with the save as time expires. A fitting end to this one. Dewey was super. The B-52s explode offensively, and it's a Wichita winner tonight at Hartman Arena. Your final score, the Wichita B-52s 9, the Tulsa Revolution 2. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with a post-game show. You've been listening to B-52 Soccer on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
We've all heard the expression of time standing still, and we all know it's just that, an expression. It doesn't happen. The memory of a quality timepiece from Scott Child's Old Time Clock Shop, that will instill in the receiver's mind an expression that's actually true.
So much for Friday the 13th weekend. All your teams won.
Right.
Quality timepiece from Scott Child's Old Time Clock Shop. Scott Child's Old Time Clock Shop. 1946 West 13th Street in the heart of Riverside at 267-1925.
This is Dave Payne with Propane Central, an industry leader and innovator, now offering metered propane systems. With a metered system, you pay each month for only the propane you use. As the temperature begins to drop, you can count on a certified and trained staff at Propane Central to keep you warm. Our metered propane system is a worry-free way to buy propane. We service 45 Kansas counties. For the nearest location, go online to propanecentral.com.
Nothing makes us cowboys hungrier than the sound of beef sizzling on a grill. And that's the sound you can hear every evening at Boot Hill Casino and Resort. Because our famous prime rib got bigger and better. Dig into a 16-ounce prime rib for only $9.99. Now served every evening after 5 p.m. That's right, every evening after 5 p.m., 7 days a week, you can get a full pound of prime rib for only $9.99. Count on Fireside's restaurant at Boot Hill Casino and Resort to give you the biggest and best prime rib you're likely to find anywhere in the Wild West. Enjoy an everyday special at Fireside's that's always delicious. Our 16-ounce prime rib for $9.99 every evening after 5 p.m. at Boot Hill Casino and Resort. Yeehaw!
All games owned and operated by the Kansas Lottery. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Must be 21 to enter. Promotions not valid to persons banned from the casino or persons in the Kansas Voluntary Exclusion Program.
This is Wichita B-52 Soccer. Once again, here's Dan Lucero.
A final from Hartman Arena. The Wichita B-52s improved to 2-1 on the home pitch and 3-4 on the season with a dominating performance, their best of the year by far. 9-2, they defeat the Tulsa Revolution tonight. And this Wichita team really starting to find its stride here in their inaugural season in the Professional Arena Soccer League. Welcome to the postgame show. I'm Dan Lucero. Here's how the scoring unfolded tonight. Wichita tallied 4 times in the first quarter, twice in the first 2.5 minutes. Michael Chang from Matt Clare at 1:49, Eviel Cordovas from Alex Mosley at 2:22. Both of those set play goals. Matt Clare's first goal of the night came on a Chris Lemons assist at 12:16 of the first. That was a set play goal too. And Clare would score unassisted 26 seconds later at 12:42 to give Wichita a 4-0 lead. Tulsa would pull one back in the second quarter, an unassisted goal for Levi Coleman at 5:19 of the second. Wichita would score once in the second. It came from Matt Clare, another assist for Chris Lemons. Clare completing the hat trick at 12:18 and sending Wichita into the locker room with a 5-1 lead. In the third, Wichita picked up where they left off. Colin Lauder, a goal from Alex Mosley at 3:37. And Matt Clare's fourth of the night off a Brett Thompson assist at 14:47 of the third. So it was 7-1 Wichita after 3. And the goals kept coming for the B-52s. Cordovas with his second, unassisted at 3:55. Brent Hobson with an unassisted goal at 7:42. That's not right. That should be a Chris Lemons assist. That should not be an unassisted goal. And hopefully the stat crew will go back and review that and give the assist to Lemons. He should have had 3 of them tonight. That one came off of a set play as well. Tulsa scored at 9:04. David Parente unassisted, and that was all she wrote for the scoring. 9-2 Wichita winners. They moved to 3-4 on the season. Tulsa drops to 0-6. We'll take one final 1-minute break, come back with our player of the match, and we'll tell you when you can hear the B-52s next here on Sports Radio 1410 KGSO.
For family activities that are a blast, nothing beats radio control action. Bring in the family and check out the latest RC models from top brands. We've got cars, boats, planes, helis, and more for beginners and experts. You can't beat scorching the track, making waves, or tearing up the skies with cool RC models. It's a great way to bring the family together and start a hobby that will last a lifetime. Stop in today.
The Hangar at 449 Northwest Street. Put some RC under your tree.
Hi, Dan Lucero here with Darren Martin of Cartridge World Wichita. Darren, the end of the year means end of the year projects for students and business people alike, and they want to make sure they have their printers running at full speed.
Yes, there's final papers, there's tax reports, there's tax returns, there's Christmas letters.
When your car runs out of gas, you don't buy a new one, you refill the gas tank. Same goes for your printer.
You can save a lot of money by refilling your cartridges. Come see us at Maple and Ridge or 21st and Rock, 681-1183.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Back one final time from Hartman Arena. 9-2. Wichita defeats Tulsa tonight. A tie for their most goals in a match this season. In fact, that might not be correct. That might be their most goals in a match this season. I have to go back and check real quick. But it is the third win of the season for Wichita. No, it does tie. They had 9 goals in their first win, a 9-8 win over Illinois back here on November 9th. So that is tying a season high for goals for Wichita tonight and a season low in goals allowed for a team that had allowed 59 in their first 6 matches coming in. That's why it is actually a tough choice for player of the match tonight. Sure, Matt Clare, 4 goals and 1 assist. Hard not to give it to him. But I'll tell you what, Jason Dewey got to get the nod tonight. His first home start, second start of the season, playing in front of a lot of friends and family tonight. There are a few players that seem more popular than Jason Dewey, and he's going to be even more popular after his performance tonight. Unofficially, 31 saves for Jason Dewey. He was immense all game long, and so Jason Dewey is tonight's player of the match. The B-52s have next Saturday off. They will resume the regular season in 2014. This was the last regular season game of the calendar year. So they'll go into 2014 at 3-4 in the PASL. But the next match for the B-52s is on December 28th here at Hartman Arena, a U.S. Open Cup match against the Denver Dynamite. We'll have the action for you 2 Saturdays from tonight. 7:05 the kickoff, 6:50 pregame coverage right here on KGSO. Also, don't forget to join us on Wednesday for the B-52s review, live from Chico's Mexican Restaurant at the southwest corner of Maple and Tracy near Town West Square in Wichita. The B-52s review is our weekly look at all the action on and off the pitch. Gives you a chance to listen to the coaches and meet the players for the B-52s. We will be live at Chico's Mexican Restaurant Wednesday night at 6 right here on KGSO. We encourage you to come and join us for that. And one more reminder, Monday night at the Hotel at Old Town in Wichita, the B-52s are having a special holiday event. All fans are invited to come out and meet and greet the team. At 6 o'clock at Hotel at Old Town on Monday night, there will be an event for season ticket holders only immediately following that event. So you're encouraged to come on out and meet the team. They'll be flying high after their best win of the season here tonight. One more time, the final score. Wichita 9, Tulsa 2. For producer-engineer Daniel Flores, I'm Dan Lucero saying good night. And thanks for listening to Wichita B-52 Soccer on Sports Radio 1410, KGSO.
Satellites on, you are good.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate your help tonight, man.
No problem.
We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Have a good one.
You too, bud.